Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Ohayou gozaimasu, Tajigen is your favorite maniacal superstar, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden, a sentient star clustered in VTuber VSinger form. We are many cosmic minds joined together to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. The 10th episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is here. Sorry about the delay, Tajigen. Thank you for bearing with us. Just 30 minutes right there, as I got caught up with all sorts of things. I was running to get to the stream. Sadly, couldn't get on time, but those 30 minutes helped out. And well, it's possible, you know, that we would have started the stream with like 30 minutes of Satsudan. Let's just imagine that I've been doing like over 30 minutes of just chatting, of Satsudan, of yapping, and only now are we about to get into the game. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll keep the Satsudan right now short so we can just jump into it. And we do as much as we can on KOTOR as we start Tatooine for the first time. Now, last stream we did technically arrive on Tatooine. We had a few things to show for it, but mostly it was just wrapping up loose ends in Tatooine because it was like 2 different quests we fully completed on Tatooine. Tatooine, give me the win. From 2-in to 2-in, let's win. Oh yes. But yeah, if it's morning for you as well, Tajigen, like it is in my main time zones, then Ohayou gozaimasu once again. I'm going to start it off more quietly and trying to really measure my energy. You know, I feel like I overdo it sometimes when it comes to my energy. It may feel like it's very obvious. Oh yeah, Khaiden is always over-energetic. That is like naturally me. That's the thing though. But at the same time, I feel like even with that, I've been overdoing it. Like there's a balance I've been trying to find for so long between measuring my energy and also being my most energetic self, which is again the most true part of me. But like my human-ish form can't quite keep up with that energy. That's the thing. My true self, biologically, I can't keep up with my true self. If that makes any sense. I'm not making sense here in the morning as we start a stream already. Anyway, yeah, it's good to be back though. I continued doing a few things on Stardew Valley yesterday. What we did on Wednesday was great. I'm hoping to continue it next week because I already have a good idea of how I'm going to do some major events. So like this time I'm really gonna try to not even do a single day off stream, not even a single one. Because then if it works out well, then next stream we can have the transition from spring to summer. And well, that's a great thing to show right there, you know? And after that, we may not have Stardew Valley all the time. We may not even continue doing that thing on Wednesday morning. It was great though. It was great. And if we don't have Stardew Valley, there are other things we can definitely have. I'm thinking of a few other options. And I'm thinking of a few crazy options that I don't know if I want to go for them, but they are to be considered. As a matter of fact, let me make a note here. Let me make a note. But yeah, we're gonna jump into Knights of the Old Republic. I'll keep the chill energy, kind of, until I freak out about something in the story, or I start yapping about things that I'm thinking about, things about the lore, stuff like that. I gotta measure my energy, you see? Because later today is Fall Guys with viewers. Yes, this time hopefully it works out well. This time we have a new pass to go with it. So let's win together at that, alright? Let's win together. Let's win crowns. Thank you to Ichinian once again for this fantastic art. With my very early form, or my earliest form, and then my latest form. Isn't it great how different I can look and yet still pretty much be the same? Even within this form, I kind of look different in the art there. But it really encapsulates me pretty well, don't you think? I think so too. All right. Wow. At the same time, I don't want to measure my energy too much because you know what ends up happening? I feel sleepy if I don't. If I'm like too quiet, too ASMR-ish and all that. That was a problem that was happening in the Japanese learning stream so much. Tomorrow we have Shashingo instead of that. It'll be a bit different, but yeah. All right, yeah. Let's transition. Let's transition into the game right now. Yes, it's been waiting right there. Man, like just with his arms crossed. When are you gonna get to the game, Khaiden? I'm waiting for you to kill you. Oh, wait. What just happened? Is the audio okay? Hold on. I'm going to make sure of something. Is the audio okay? Hold on. I'm going to make sure of something. All right. Just what I wanted to check. The audio was weird for a moment. But, all right. Just give me a second here. Then let us continue right where we left off last Saturday, because Saturday is when we had Knights of the Old Republic last. And wait, where did we save it? So we were still on Tatooine. We were gonna save it as we were leaving back for Tatooine. Okay, I could have sworn we left for Tatooine, like we left on the ship and all that, but no. I guess I left it here right after speaking to the Jedi Masters. And then, yeah, that was it. It was great finishing that. It is good to already have 2 lightsabers. And yes, the idea is to go for a double-bladed lightsaber. I think that just works better, but I might not go for that. I don't know. What's there a benefit to having a double-bladed lightsaber instead of 2 lightsabers when I have full dual weapon proficiency? Because I think it's equal for both of them, but I'm not sure. As a Jedi Sentinel, I'm like encouraged to go for the double-bladed lightsaber because Bastila has it too. She's like an example of what a Jedi Sentinel is like. Exemplary Jedi Sentinel. Yeah, we can say it like that. That's what I meant. Let me check my inventory. How many credits do I have? 2,379. Okay, because I was considering like buying something in that shop, but no. Now is not the time. We'll keep coming back to Canderous. Where are you? Canderous! What happened to Canderous Ordo? He joined the Mandalorians. He betrayed us. Mandalorians we just beat. Now he's gonna be the new leader of the Mandalorians that raid settlements in Tatooine. Nah, he's not gonna do that. He hated those Mandalorians, actually. I think his comment for that quest was actually great. And what else did he comment on? He commented on the thing with the droid, right? The lady that was way too attached to her droid. Just in a hilarious way, though. In a hilarious way. Very well then, let us depart for Tatooine yet again. Now for real. Well, it was for real last time, but I mean, this time we truly do begin our mission there. And I'm not talking about Mission Vaya. It's so loud, isn't it? Hold on, we may have a space fight here. I know that's something that can happen, but no, it's not happening. I remember. No, I guess it's not likely to happen yet. Until other things have been unlocked in the story. Until other things have happened in the story. Oh my gosh, that was loud. Until other things have happened in the story. I have no way to like lower that volume. I know the limiter option exists and it can be applied to audio like this. It's not just for like a microphone, right? But the problem with that is that I can't know how it's gonna be modulated. I feel like I have to be sure of how loud that's gonna be by doing all sorts of tests. Maybe a tech person could help me through with it, I don't know. But like, let's have Mission with us because she'll have business here. And last time we arrived on Tatooine, we didn't even like disembark. I mean, we didn't even like leave the ship, right? That is the term, disembark, right? So yeah, this time it's different. Who should we bring along with us? Mission and Zalbar might be good, but I wonder if Zalbar is who we should have with us right now. I think when we do missions, we should do that. I'll have Garth. I'll have good old Garth. Bastila can come later.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer.
I knew it was going to be a cutscene.
Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
Sure. What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Very well. I don't see any reason to argue with this. Like, Zerka Corp, we know they're not exactly the best people. But at the same time, it's like, well, yeah, it's reasonable enough. It's the situation here, like... Yeah, fine, I'll pay. I wouldn't say it like that, though. Very well. I'll pay. Here it is. Something like that.
I thought you would. Without these fees, Zerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well.
Ah.
It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
I hate that question. Give me some background on Tatooine.
There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well, past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look.
Tell me about Zerka Corporation's operations here.
I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it.
Come now, friend, let me in on the details.
No, it's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys.
Right.
Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company.
So Zerka Corporation set up shop on a barren planet.
Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business.
What do you mean when you say the ore is peculiar?
Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it.
What other forms of business are being looked at here?
Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy, barren wastes that serve as fine swoop tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however.
Where should a person look for opportunity?
It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them.
Of course, there's gotta be a hut somewhere in Tatooine doing something like this. Alright, thank you. Now I really need to get going. Or wait, what is known about the history of the planet?
Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals.
What species do you mean?
The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate.
I remember this pretty much clearly. We're just having a long conversation with him. Either we're making the job very interesting for him, a very, probably what is adult job maybe, although he probably has to deal with all sorts of, it's more like he deals with all sorts of angry people. Either we're making the job more interesting for him, or more peaceful for him, or we're just really, really annoying him with this long conversation. Anyway, have you had trouble with the Sand People?
Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it.
Any other sentient races?
The Jawas are scavengers and a bit primitive. Hard to understand. They have an affinity for droids. Some of our scientists believe that they may not be native to the planet, but how they got here, they may not even know. As I said, they're hard to understand. They usually end up slaves to the Sand People. They aren't fighters.
Huh.
Good traders, though.
Is that a thing from thousands of years before A New Hope? Or because Jawas, yeah, they're not really good fighters and all that, but like, they were not like subservient to the Sand People like that. They had their own thing going on, somehow. But I don't know. All right. Well, thank you very much. Now I'll have to get going.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Ah, what a nice customer service person. Well, I should talk to your boss and give you a glowing review. How nice Zerka Corporation is. Very nice. I'm sure it's nothing but the best of companies across the galaxy. Alright, I think this is a merchant. Who that? Turning Yugunda Faska? Customers are talking. That's better. Hello, customer. Buy from me tuna and juice and save your credits. And don't be shy. Just ask to see what you want. If you can't get a good look, we don't move the merchandise. Just show me what you have for sale. Yes, of course. We don't want to keep you from your important business. Please have a look. I think that matches the energy, right? Life support pack. Yes, we need these. Advanced med packs are unlimited here. That's great too. A life support pack contains thermal regenerators and other equipment for the treatment of wounds. They cannot be used by droids. Life support packs heal 30 vitality points plus whiz modifier plus 3 times user skill and treat injury. Let's buy just one. No, let's buy 2. I mean, let's just buy all 4 of them for heaven's sake. And then advanced meta packs. I'll buy just one for now. And then we have new weapons and things and all that to check out. Wait. How's my inventory? We're good on advanced meta packs. We could use some meta pack just to be at 20. That's not a bad way to go about it. And then let's see. Yusani's brand. Yusani's was the most famous of Echani warriors, fighting against oppression and villainy until encountering Darth Revan. Discovering that Revan had killed an Echani senator, Yusani's attempted to tell authorities but fell to the powers of the Sith Lord, despite his own impressive abilities and the cortosis weave inherent in all Echani vibroblades. Do I have any reason to be using vibroblades? Oh, actually I do. Zalbar is the reason. Because for a moment it looked to me like all my melee users are going to be just Jedi, you know? Or well, Force users with a lightsaber. They're not going to use a vibroblade. Why are we going to use a vibroblade when we have a lightsaber available? Just for variety's sake? Nah, it's just like not necessary. I mean, this is 8,000 credits. But yeah, Jamo Hogra's carbine. This was the weapon of mercenary Jamo Hogra and was supposed to protect him against the many enemies he earned in his lifetime. Hogra's skill didn't match its potential, however. Mandalorian heavy repeater, that's good for Kandros. I mean, it's a rifle, so it's also good. Either this or this. Heavy weapons, but yeah, it's also good for Kandros. What's the difference between something that says blaster rifle and heavy weapons? It's the weapon proficiency, I guess. Yeah, this one has ion, It has a longer range, just slightly longer. Higher critical threat. Pajama Hogger's Carbine, well... The difference doesn't feel that big. I feel like I should give this Mandalorian Heavy Repeater to Canderous. For 2,500. Much more affordable than Jamma Hogger's Carbine. I'll have to see what he has equipped right now. It's just a regular blaster rifle, I think. I'm not sure. With this weapon, the Mandalorians again demonstrate a complete lack of subtlety. The only thing better than a big blaster, apparently, is one that shoots faster. That's a nice rhyme. A blaster that shoots faster. What a nice rhyme right there. Anyway, in advance all amplifier, the breath mask. Oh, it might be good to have others. I'm gonna buy 2 more. Because then if we have 3, then we can just equip them when we can expect that poison. Most of the time, I guess we're not gonna know it's coming until, well, we've already experienced something that releases poison or whatever, but yeah. This will be important for later, won't it? Any Giska ingesting one of these toxic pellets will die within a few seconds. It will also cause the creature to attack a lot of Giska in the area, infecting them as well. I'm gonna buy this. Just 1. That's what I bought, right? Giska poison? Yeah, that's what I just bought. That's what I just bought. What was the last thing right there? Banta fodder. This is a highly pungent mixture of local plants and fungus. Bantas apparently find it irresistible, though it's doubtful any intelligent species will willingly call it food. Banta pudu. Alright. Did kind of want to ask this merchant some questions, but we'll leave that for later. Just in case I don't want to spend my money like that again, I'm going to save on a different slot. Hello there, Captain. Let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. Looks like the shipment has been delivered to your ship as requested. What shipment was that again? Well, let me see. Token Bay 32, check. Crate 42B7, check. Manifest list, life form Giska. Everything seems to be in order. Excuse me, did you say Giska? It says right here on the manifest that you ordered a creative Giska to be delivered to Token Bay 32. That's right here. Now all I need is your thumbprint for the... Wait a second, where did the datapad go? Nothing is ever organized around here. At any rate, the Giska are yours. One of the lords said the crate split open once he put it in your hold. Some of the critters might have gotten loose. That happens, I'm afraid. We don't accept liability. And we certainly couldn't take the cargo back. Enjoy. You bastard. I should have been more demanding about taking that off my ship. The way the rascal just ran off. Yeah, those are things that are gonna be all over the ship. What do we do with them again? It's like that Star Trek episode with the little, like, fluffy thingies. That's basically what those things are. I forgot about this, too. But I think I'm remembering it. Now we need to see what the blazes is going on in the ship. Did we actually, like, destroy these things? I don't remember what we did with them. But, yeah, Giska all over the ship. Right, we can kill them all, but... Yeah, we try to pick it up, but it wriggles from the grasp and plots back down to the floor. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Why do I only have these options? I don't want to kill it. I don't want to feed it the poison. Now I see that I shouldn't have picked up that poison. I forgot what it was, but all right, I'll pet it. Yeah. This crazy little critter has nose that pass for ears, and he coos enthusiastically in response. Yay! Let's play a game. Hey, Vlaine, looking for Nab will hopefully be here for real in not too long. Thank you so much, Vlaine. Thank you for lurking. You play a game of peekaboo with a little creature, hiding your face behind your hands and startling each time you appear. What fun. The way... that what fun right there. Anyway, that's enough of that. Yeah. I'm almost certain the poison is a dark side choice, and it's like, whoa, the way they die, or what happens after you give them the poison is like, oh no, the game makes you regret it. If I recall correctly, I may not be recalling correctly. We might check later. Had I known, I would have saved myself the 350 credits. But okay, then let's keep saving in save file number 1. What's up?
We don't get much trouble. People die in the desert, not here.
Ah, the leak is not on your side of the boat, is it? Very well.
Leave me be. If I don't get these converters working, I lose my job.
There's nothing else to see around here, right? I mean, there might be, but I'll check later, maybe. Let's just get it going, get it going. Things keep coming up that bring us back to our ship. Something brought us back to Tatooine last time. And now, you know, this time we went to Tatooine itself. Many things of all sorts will be happening here.
You never know what the Sith will do. Look at Terrace. Was there any reason for what happened there?
I mean, there was a reason, but it wasn't reasonable to do that, yeah.
You never know what the Sith
Oh,
will
yes,
do.
yes, I just heard that.
Look
I said
at
that.
Terrace.
Yeah. Terrace. Oh, reason. All right. Anchorhead, sure different than they said when I was a recruit. Can't make a life here.
The Republic is too complacent. If they let Terrace fall, do you think they care what happens out here?
Probably not. Even by the time of like the Phantom Menace, this was like not even considered part of the Republic, basically.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left.
Speak, I'm listening.
I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I realize that everyone is out for themselves on Tatooine. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
What is a raid plate? Where did you get it?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
I want to ask about your husband's death.
I still can't believe he's gone. What do you want to know?
Who was he? Tell me about him.
His name was Ward Fizark. He used to work in the mines, but they scaled back last year. He was new to hunting, but he was a good fighter. He used to be a soldier. We spent everything on his gear. After a few trips, he didn't come back. Guards say his sandcrawler crew found his body stripped of everything.
Any leads on who killed him?
Nobody saw anything, and most of the other hunters never even knew him. He just started. I don't trust any of them. But those Gamorreans, they just laugh when they see me. I think they did it.
I thought he died in the next hunt, but it was a murder from someone else? Well. What can I do as a Jedi? I need to be careful about my decisions if I want to remain in the light side. But I do want to question, you aren't looking for vengeance?
It doesn't matter. There's no justice on Tatooine. I don't care what happens to them. I just need credits.
No justice. Makes you wonder sometimes if the Republic even exists at all out here.
I've got to think about my family, not those vicious pigs. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They are worth more than 500 credits.
Perhaps I will buy it from you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits.
Like, I should, you know, pay her that, right? I'll pay that and an extra 200. Good luck.
700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
Glad to see we're still the good guys here. Sometimes I think we forget that.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
I like to see what the others would say about it. Those were good comments from Karth and Mission. I'm glad I had them there. Bastila would probably say something nice too. Juhani probably. Juhani might not say anything. Canderous either will say I was too nice to her in a not very nice way, or let's say file number 3, or he won't say anything. But I'm curious. I must know. I actually must know. So let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. So our companions here. Yeah, I'm gonna have Bastila and Canderous. That'll be a contrast right there. I'm just gonna buy it right away, and I'm gonna go through the rest of the dialogue just to see that. Karth and Mission's comments were the best ones for this, especially Karth. That's the reminder. Hey, we're the good guys here and all that, right? But I'm very curious about Candor's. See if he's gonna say something.
Please. I'll try. My husband. I don't. No. But you looked. I'm sorry. I thought you looked equipped like a hunter. Are you sure you're not going to be getting a license? I mean, you don't look like a farmer, and the only way to be allowed out of Anchorhead is to get a hunting license.
I didn't know that actually. But anyway, I'm not gonna go through the whole dialogue, even though this is new dialogue, but yeah.
Zerka Corporation sells them out of... I think they charge 200... Will you... You... 7...
What was that all about? Are you going soft on me?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
And I doubt T3 will say anything. Zalbar might say something. I don't think he will though. But we still have to see Juhani. We'll have Juhani and Zalbar. I don't know which one is more likely to say something, T3 or Zalbar. They're both the least likely to say anything, but yeah. No, yeah, I still think card and missions comments were the best for this situation. Oh, this was not the save file. No. You see why I'm a Jedi maniac? The mania to see as many dialogue options as we can in the game. So yeah, let's not forget to change to Switch. See, I'm playing this on a Nintendo Switch, so it's like I switch on the Switch. Okay, I'll stop. Let us exit to Anchorhead. So yeah, already a good beginning to Tatooine so far. Many things we'll have to do here. We'll have many things to do here. That's what I meant.
I don't need...
Why do you need the money? Let's see what she answers to that.
We spent everything on my husband's hunting gear. We hoped that the sport would support us. We hoped. Whoever killed him took everything. All I have left is... If I could sell it, the kids and I could get out of here.
Oh, she has kids. Okay.
Maybe buy passage to Coruscant? I don't know.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know she was seeking passage to Coruscant too, maybe?
You... 700...
I am proud to call you my friend, Khaiden Tajigen. You have a noble and generous spirit. Whoa.
This is how we Jedi should always act. With honor.
For whatever it...
Whoa, Zalbar's comments were so nice, though. It doesn't make a difference if they weren't there to see the comment. It's not like Star Wars: The Old Republic where, you know, you get their approval or disapproval. Now I have to see T3, actually. That was great that Zalbar said that. Oh my god, dude. Now I wish I had Zalbar with me. I like to think all the companions are always like out there on the planet, all of them. Maybe a few of them stay behind on the ship here and there, but it's really all of them. Oh my gosh! That coming from Zalbar. I liked it. Oh my gosh. I'm talking like a peppy villager from Animal Crossing. Oh my gosh! I always think they're saying it like that. Oh my gosh! Like with that intonation, exactly. Very well. Let's Oh, what am I doing? My bad. I don't know what I'm doing. And well, there are other companions that you could get here, but one of them, well, I don't see saying anything in this dialogue for reasons I can't say exactly. The other one, well, the other one we get in another planet, then, because we're doing it in this order, we don't get to see them. Yeah, it's this one. I can already tell you at the very least. It's this one in the very middle. Yeah, I know who these two silhouettes are exactly. But anyway, T3, and I mean, both T3 and Zalbar. Why not? I love what Juhani said too. This is how Jedi should always act, with honor. Yeah. A great way to remind her of the light side of the Force too. It's a nice way to go about it. That works out nicely. Yeah, I just thought about the fact that I gave her a red lightsaber once again. In the new canon continuity though. Well, not that new, but Anyway, in what is called canon. I just call it the canon continuity, the Legends continuity and the canon continuity. I prefer to call them that way. But in the canon continuity now, it's been very established. It's been established for a while, but then now, from what I understand, they've shown it a lot in the Acolyte recently. How getting a red lightsaber means you're making your Kyber crystal, or whichever one is the one that gives color, bleed. Which you do just by being in the dark side. I thought it was a more intentional act. But no, like, the moment you're in the dark side, you're already doing that to your crystal and making it suffer. If it has any sentience or pain that it can feel or whatever. I'm not sure how it works. Again, I haven't seen the Acolyte just yet, but I'm kind of familiar with it all. But yeah. And it would be very interesting, even in canon continuity, to have Juhani with a red lightsaber, to remind her of what she did when she fell to the dark side just for a little bit. Thinking that she killed her master, and then making the entirety of Tatooine's hounds? Cath hounds? Yeah. They're called Cath hounds. It sounded similar to Karth. Karth Onasi fighting Cath hounds. Karth versus Cath. Yeah, I think that's what was reminding me about the name. But yeah, if the crystal bleeds, it's going to remain, well, bleeded out, I guess you could say. It's gonna remain red. The only thing you can do to it from there, to heal it from the red, is to, well, heal it. I don't know what the process is, but it's what Ahsoka did and why she got white lightsabers. What that causes is for it to lose the red color, but then it's without color, and it's just purely white. White. No other color to it. Every lightsaber has some white to it because of the way the light shows itself, right? Unless you include a dark saber, but that's not a lightsaber. That's a Mandalorian thing. In Legends continuity, that is a thing. As a lightsaber. But anyway. In Legends continuity, the color of the lightsaber is just a thing that's chosen. It's not a thing that responds to the person's mindset or whatever. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as making it bleed. But I like how keeping the red lightsaber for Juhani in a kind of continuity would make it be even more of a reminder of when she fell, of what could have been, of how bad it could have been, because she didn't kill her master after all, but she thought she did, and she went in a very dark direction from there. The protagonist saved her. In that case, the protagonist is one Khaiden Tajigen. Sure. One Khaiden Tajigen right here. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. but yeah. Because it remains just bleeded out. Until eventually she heals it and it becomes white, maybe? She carries a blue lightsaber with her and a red lightsaber. She's gonna have dual lightsabers. And maybe I will as well. If I do, they're both gonna be purple. Unless we have some other fancy color we can use. Maybe I'll have purple and white. I don't think we'll have a white lightsaber here. No, that's the Old Republic that has more colors, but I digress. Of course, I would try to have something like a black lightsaber if I could.
Please.
Not the most Jedi thing, but yeah.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter. I don't need... No, I mean... I think...
Alright, let's see.
700...
I love this from Salbar.
For whatever it means.
Alright.
May the...
So T3 didn't say anything. T3 is just the only one then. Even T3 could have say something, but... This is not like, what was it, T7 in the Old Republic? In Sutor? You know, T7 is the one that does make comments because... Unlike this game, you can understand the player character, the Jedi Knight player character, or maybe other player characters too, in Star Wars The Old Republic can understand droid language, or at least a droid language used by a protocol droid, not protocol droid, sorry, by a droid like T3 or T7 or R2, you know, they can understand that. And so that you see T7, I'm pretty sure it's T7, but correct me if I'm wrong. You see T7 say those things a lot, and you understand what T7 is saying. Like, it has a lot to say. But here, partly because you don't understand the dialogue of a droid like T3, you don't hear much from it. It doesn't have much to say. But later in the game, there may be more to it. There may definitely be more to it. I don't remember exactly, actually. Then let us come to the hunting lodge. There's the Gamorrean scum. Well, a new face. Come to test your skill on the endless dunes of Tatooine? Plaza's Lodge is the place to arrange it. This world may not have much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the galactic rim. A hunter's paradise. What do you do in here? This is a haunted lodge. I purchase what the sportsmen bring in. It's not a bad little job. I got some questions about hunting. You want to know how to get in on it? Just pay 200 credits for a license down at the circle office. No license, no hunting. What is there to hunt on Tatooine? Most of our boys confine themselves to hunt a raid. Large, fleshy beasts as tall as a man. A tall man too. Does a raid have a large bone plate on their head that I pay well for? But that's not where the real glory of the hunt is. You probably heard about the big prize, the Krayt Dragon. The most fearsome predator in the system they are. If you could find one, and I doubt you will, I'll buy the stones polished in their gizzard, the dragon pearls. I have to read the dialogue so fast. But yeah. Let's see. Why do I need a license? You need a license because nobody gets out of the city without one. Circa Corporation uses it to keep track of people. They want people to know that if they step outside the gates, they are on their own. Only serious hunters pay the 200 credit fee. Once you have a license, I'll pay for whatever spoils of the hunt you bring back. I have off-world buyers that take them. Right, okay. Let's see. I want to ask about Tatooine. Not much to tell, barren place. Can't support much, but I have managed to get some off-world hunters to show up. I suppose there's trouble here like anywhere else, but you'll have to ask someone else about that. I keep to myself. Anything out of the ordinary happening? You mean here on Tatooine or just in general? I heard about the destruction of Terrace. Don't know anything specific. I'm not surprised something like it happened. I remember the Exar Kun War and how Sith and the Jedi fought across worlds. Don't have much interest in either group. Both act like they're above my concerns, and I guess they are. I'm remembering this dialogue. Know about anything more local? Circa Corporation is always complaining about sand people. I stay out of it. We hunt animals, not people. And I guess the Jawas are being pushed around again. At least that's what I think they said. Tough to tell sometimes. You have to talk to these groups yourself for more. I keep to myself. Yeah, because I'm not gonna offer to sell the raid plate until I have the license. Very well, thank you for the information. I'll be here. I keep hunter's hours. Vazas is always open. Vaza Utron. And what's with you? I got nothing to say to you. Maybe Gorky too, but that's his business. Don't you interrupt my drinking. Gork got some more patience. Go bother him. Haha, boys, they talk to me. What do you want, hummy? Gorky has no time for you.
There's only one language you Gamorreans ever understand. A blaster to your forehead.
Humi is being enforcer. We're scared now. Yeah, you tell him, Gorky. I don't know if I want to say the thing about Sharina now. I don't think I want to mention her name. What if I wanted advice? I'm sure you are very smart. Huh? You're trying to get my secrets, I bet. Trying to find where I hunt, huh? I tell you nothing. Yeah, you get nothing. I'm looking for something. Are you good scouts? Oh, we are best among everybody, but not for you. We hunters know more than everybody. Yeah, you will learn to do it yourself. And maybe you're tough enough to talk to us. Probably not, though. Yeah, probably not. Bet you don't come back. Shut up, stupid. Why don't you let him speak? Why, you deaf because he's stupid and talks too much. You leave us alone now. I am not stupid. You are stupid.
Aw, jeez. I hope this doesn't take too long. Gamorreans like to throw insults around, but they just don't have the smarts for it.
You're a stupid one, not me. You're too stupid to even know you're stupid. No, you are a stupid one, stupid. You're so stupid everyone you see you and say, look at stupid. Shut up, stupid. I can't do the snort. I'm trying to do the snort sometimes, but I can't. So, can I ask what you do? Garking his boys hunt. That's what we do, and who we are. But we don't train babies like you. Yeah, we hunt the raid best out of everybody. We don't have time to train you or anyone. Fine, I'll just leave. Yeah, you leave, that's good. Maybe see you out in the dunes. Maybe before you see us. Shut up, stupid. Hold on. I think I can get them to admit that they killed that woman's husband. It's okay, we can save in save file number 1 by now. How many credits do I have? I don't have a lot of credits after I gave her 700 credits, right? Okay. We can manage with 316 credits right now. Yeah, so full go away. Let people watch you like some animal show. Hunters like us, we don't want you. Sharon Anal thinks you may have killed her husband. Who? Fizzark's mate. Bah, that's now lies. Fizzark got lost. You leave now, or maybe you got lost. You got lost in the dunes too. How about I buy you a drink? Will that keep you happy? Ah, you roll over like a belly scratched do-bag. Go away, Humi. You know worth us talking to. Yeah, you know worth time. Let's try that again. I feel like it's justice thing. I don't know so much about. But now, no need for us to fight. This is just friendly bravado. Yeah, we thought you was cowards and stuff. Go on, you leave us. We got no times for you. Yeah, you know worth time. I guess those are the voices I'm using for them, though. But let's see. I'm inclined to believe her. You won't escape justice. The dunes got no justice. Okay, we have to go do that thing. What? Oh, yeah, you lucky Himi. We got to go do some business somewhere, yeah. We see you again, though. Just you wait. I mean, I don't see any reason to try to do this. I guess we can sort of get revenge for her husband, but I don't know if there's more. Is there anything we get out of getting them out there? You know. Well, let me see. There's a lot of dialogue options. Just about ripping their tongues out. Piggies. Let's see. I would have loved to see what Canderous would say about them, by the way. Watch your tongues, piggies, or I'll rip them out. What? You talk pretty big. Maybe you should take that bag. Gurky and boy's tough. Yeah, Gurky right. Maybe we chase you out of system. Maybe dump you in the dunes. See, that I remember you could get them. If I recall correctly, you could get them to fight each other. The way they were calling each other stupid, and I was trying to do that. Or I slaughter you where you stand. Wanna risk it? No, wait a minute. Easy now. Gurky, we have to go do that thing. Right. I'm gonna leave them be for now. So we're not gonna do this. I'm pretty sure I do encounter them out in the dunes if it's like this. If I could get them to just like destroy each other, you know? That would be much more preferable, I think. But anyway.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
I'm just looking to ask a few questions.
Everyone's looking for something. I suppose one of us should get it. Ask away.
I want to ask you about you and hunting.
Hunting is a dirty and tough business. What can old Tanis tell you about it?
Where is the best hunting?
There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy.
I'm not gonna question if that's sporting or not. I mean, battle droids, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. How long have you been at this?
Too long. But it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't.
You cross paths with a Sith dreadnought?
Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes.
I thought for a moment he actually married a Sith dreadnought and... Okay, I see he was joking though. You go on about your wife a lot. What's the deal?
Ah, she doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me.
Right. What can you tell me about the other hunters?
Uptight and cold, like my wife. They don't like me streamlining the hunt with droids. I don't fit in, but I don't let it bug me. The Gamorreans are different. Good rowdy drinking buddies. Girk and his boys, they understand that hunting is a business. Of course, they hunt other things than raid, too. Just don't turn your back on them. Ever.
There we go. What are you suggesting?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just keep your eyes on them, that's all.
What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans?
Dorak is reasonable. Komad is a pain, but he keeps his distance. I can tell he doesn't like me much. Ask around the lodge if you want information about the other guys. I don't really talk to them much.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the Sand People. I'm usually running when I see them, though.
Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd?
Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough.
What about the Jawas?
Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh?
Well, thank you. I'll have to leave now. Goodbye.
Good hunting.
Good hunting. Comad Fortuna. Is he an ancestor of Bib Fortuna? Kind of feels like he might be. A Comad Fortuna person. These 3 are just like yelling at people, making threats. It looks like I didn't notice that at first. But again, I'm gonna leave them alone for now because there may be more dialogue options later as I do more things, etc.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt desert raid. I don't babysit.
Come now, I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out banthapats, but thanks all the same.
Who are you? What is it you do?
My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
Well, that might be interesting. Yeah, tell me the birthdays. Tell me the dates. The special dates. I don't know. Where is the best hunting?
If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there.
Why are there fewer raid?
It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that?
How long have you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
What do you want to learn?
There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Komad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn.
What can you tell me about the other hunters then?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Girk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
Thought it was Gurky, not Girk. What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
You'll have to ask around. Komad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though.
Very well. Thank you for the information. Goodbye.
Good hunting.
Good hunting. Yes, is there something you wish, human? Information, if I could travel such a worthy hunter for a moment. Spare me the flattery, human. Such talk is rarely sincere. Who are you? What do you do? I am Commodore Fortuna, a hunter, a member of this lodge. It is not the life for everyone, but I am content. How long have you been at this? A decade, 2. I don't enslave myself to time, human. There is day and there is night. Interesting. I like that mentality, kind of. You really don't know anymore? Tatooine will not change in my lifetime. Why bother trying to keep up with the rolling of the years? Wow, interesting. Where is the best hunting? The best hunting is wherever the best hunter is. Is a tried answer, human, but the only one I can give. It depends on what you seek. Raid are plentiful and are the spoils of the sport hunter. Dragons appear only to the true hunter. Patience is key. Great dragons hunt alone, and their prey is whatever can catch their attention. So dragons are rare. Are they dangerous? They are both rare and dangerous, and an honor to hunt. If you survive, you are blessed and favored. Respect them. Some trying to lessen the risk by mass hunting with battle droids. I would rather hunt solo, taking the risk as my own. What can you tell me about the other hunters? Probably not as much as you will learn speaking to them yourself, even if they tell you nothing. Most obvious are the Gamorreans, however. Garg and his crew are not the best company. They hunt, but have come back with salvage instead of hides or pearls. I think their prey walks upright. Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that? The dudes are far from the reach of their blasters. Besides, Garg spends his money in company stores. What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans? Put simply, Dora Queen is honorable. Tennisman is not so much, but I have no real quarrel with him. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? No one though will return your questions. To truly know the dunes, you have to live there, as the Sand people do. Only they truly explore the land, but they attack without debate, if you see them at all. Have you ever seen the Sand people with anything odd? The Sand people carry nothing but weapons and bloodlust. To them, outsiders are invaders to be repelled. Once or twice, however, I have seen them emerge from older ruins with sacks and other containers. Always been driven off, and if I examine the site later, there is nothing left. What kind of ruins were these? Where were they? They were all storehouses of some kind, but you couldn't find them now, human. The Sand covers all. The only ones who would know what was there are the Sand people, and you would have to take it by force. Finding their encampment is easy enough. Walk south until you are attacked. What about the Jawas? The Jawas may know the land as well, but are more interested in trading than talking. They scavenge to escape jobs akin to slavery. The language is difficult. If you can get anything more than the price of a droid out of them, I'll be impressed. Alright, well, thank you for the information. Goodbye now, Fortuna. Good hunting! Sometimes I gotta read the dialogue so fast, huh? Kudos. Oh, let's receive some kudos. See, we were talking to kudos today on the first half of the day in KOTOR. Now in the second half in Fall Guys, we receive kudos. I think this is a Pasak opponent. Hello, human. Are you a hunter like the others here? Not the life for me, but I admire you for it. What do you do? I fill the days with games of Pasak. Not that there's many people to play with, but a person should keep busy somehow. I play with that fellow in the cantina, but I find him distasteful. He does not play for the same reasons I do. Ah, we gotta go to the cantina still. Why do you play? The sport of it! Even if I lose, there is reward in having played to the best of my ability. I don't dwell on the credits taken or given. To most people, the game is simply gambling, but I choose to get more out of it than that. Not many players see it my way. Then, let's have a game. I'm up for it. I haven't played you before, so let's go slow to start. Low wagers, just to see how we measure up. Be it what you wish. I prefer the sport to the reward. Wager seal will be low. We're still gonna wager the whole 75. Oh yes. This is the deck. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. Alright. Let's end the turn. Ooh, 16. Well, I'm gonna take the risk given what I have in my hand right here. We're at 21. We're gonna have to do a -2. I have to make sure I hit the right buttons. Oh, okay. They got a 20 with that. Alright. I did what I could. It's fine. Now I feel like I want to stand here, but how much should I risk it? Let's risk it. Nice. Natural 20. The best possible payoff we could have had. Incredible. Let's go. Hopefully we continue to be that lucky in Fall Guys later. Kudos. From kudos to kudos. That's perfect. 22. Well, alright. It's time to once again do 19. To stand at 19. And he stands at 19 as well. Alright. Or they stand at 19. 7, 8. Okay. A 1. Wasn't expecting a 1 there. Okay, 20. We have to do what we can to get to a 20. I could just play this 5 card. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. The set is tied. Another tie there. We're both down to 1 card. And it's 1-1. We both have 1 card. Yeah. And I'm gonna risk it right here because I have a +/-6. Okay. Let's keep risking it. Such are the risks we take. Okay. He couldn't bring that 21 down. So the card he has remaining is only a plus. Alright, then I'll do what I can with that information. 13. I could bring this to 19 with the +6, but let's keep risking it. He stands at 19. Well, now I have to risk it. I have no choice. If I bring it down from that, it's gonna become 16, right? Let's stand. Let's try it one more time. See, it's a thrilling game. Yeah, we'll play this to make it be 20. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, this was a thrilling game. I'm glad I gave him a fun game to go for. Wow, okay. He did have a minus card, he just didn't use it. Went down to 19, and of course he had to risk it. And yeah, it was not enough. Wow. Very good. You played quite well on that hand. I am impressed. I don't mind losing when the game was skillfully won. Same here. Obviously, you have some ability, and I'm glad for the competition. We could play some more, and perhaps later we could raise the stakes. Oh yes. Heard any rumors from off-planet? Nothing since that unfortunate business on Terrace. The Republic is reeling from that, as are we all. It is troubling. But you can't let that call a stop to your day. We've survived worse and well again. It's just the way things are. Could I ask you about Tatooine? Oh, I thought I could tell you more than the rest of these fellows. I haven't set foot outside Anchorhead, and I don't know why anyone would want to. Tatooine isn't a very hospitable place. I'll be going as soon as parts for my ship arrive. It may take some time though. I would love to also have a filter for my voice that matches what is happening with his voice. I think really the only good way to do that would be with like an XLR station box. I keep forgetting what you call those, but like a Go XLR, that's where you put in your XLR microphone so that it can remain XLR while still being plugged into your PC. The USB will come not from your microphone directly, but from the XLR box, XLR station, XLR thingy. That's a proper name for it, but I don't know. Let me know in the chat or comments, Tajigen. Hey, while you're at it, make sure you like and subscribe to the stream. Actually, I'm about to take a quick bio break right here. It's a great time to remind you about that. Alright. Safe travels, Wayfarer.
No ba muri rati lai kunka.
Wayfarer. What a cool name. What a cool name. What a cool nickname. What a cool way to call me. I like it. So, alright. Yeah, let's save the game. Save slot number 1 will do. And I'll just be right back. Let me take a quick bio break right here as we are... yeah, it feels like we've been doing the stream for longer, but that's because we started it 30 minutes later than usual. Thankfully, 30 minutes is not that much. Thankfully, we didn't need to like delay it a whole hour. I was hoping it wouldn't get to that. But that's okay. We can adapt to that time. We still have plenty of stream time left. Let's do what we can in Tatooine. You know, this is the sort of thing that also makes us take time to get through the game because we see as much dialogue as we can. Though we still don't see literally everything available out there. There are still some limits, but it's like a lot of it. So yeah, this is why it took the 10th episode to get to Tatooine, I think. But let it take its time. Though we may, if this goes on for long and there's other games I want to showcase here more, or other things I want to showcase more here on live streams on the channel, then we may kind of pause KOTOR in favor of something else or try to concurrently do it with something else. I'm not sure. Anyway, stay tuned to the multidimensional portal. Again, subscribe, like, all that good stuff and all that. I'll be right back. Omatase shimashita. Thank you for waiting, Tajigen. Let's pause that music there as we return to KOTOR. Since when I go to the BRB screen, it doesn't play the background audio from the game. From anything that involves the capture card from the Switch, it is like that. How interesting, right? That this is the thing we have going on right now. That is from like the Switch. Out of all things, it's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. What's up, PG? Great to see you. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hold on, give me a second here. Let's keep saving because I know things keep coming up with like quest givers and stuff. We should call them quests because we have mission veil with us. It's like confusing to say mission, this, mission, that, and like, are we talking about the person or like the thing?
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick.
I just want to ask some questions. Oh wait, I'll take however long I want, understand?
Is there some kind of problem? I'm just doing my job. I don't want any trouble from you.
I think you're my problem. Maybe I should do something about it.
Hey, why are you threatening me? I just repair the crawlers. It's not like I'm packing away the credits. I don't need this. What are you trying to prove?
Maybe I don't like your face. Maybe I should remove it.
What do you want? Credits? Here, take some. Just leave me alone. I've got work to do. Don't need some crazy surge slime threatening me. Got sand people for that.
Dark side points gained. 25 credits, that's it. That's it. Alright, alright. See, that's the advantage of saving the game too. We gotta have fun with it, yes. Maybe I don't like your face. Maybe I should remove it. You can just do that. Oh no, let's see what information we get out of this, like, humble mechanic.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick.
I just want to ask some questions.
All right, but I'm not sure what I could say to interest you. I just work on the crawlers.
What can you tell me about Tatooine and Anchorhead?
Well, it's a hole in the galaxy as far as I'm concerned. I doubt this outpost will last much longer. But that's happened before and will happen again. Anchorhead has been resettled a few times now.
Why have previous settlements failed?
Well, Tatooine fools people. It looks like it might have a good supply of resources, but it doesn't. Before a company learns this, they've already set up communities to support operations they now can't afford. Company pulls out, cities dry up, and after a few years, someone that doesn't know why it failed tries again.
How does this person know so much about it? Anyway, Sarga Corporation isn't doing well here?
No one is. I guess it looked like a promising mining planet, but the metal, I tell you, it just isn't right. I've been a mechanic my whole life, and I've never seen anything corrode as fast as Tatooine metal. It's why whoever was here before left, and why Zerka will leave, and why whoever comes next will leave.
Describe your job and who you work for. That's a very blunt way to say it, but okay. Describe your job and who you work for.
I repair the sand crawlers when they return from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks.
What attacks do you mean?
The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Zerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now, but few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous.
When do the sand crawlers head out?
Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean. Doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Zerka Corporation tries.
Where can I learn about these bounties?
Try at the Zerka offices, right here. They'd know.
Right, you've been very kind. That's all I need. Goodbye.
All right, then. Back to work, I guess.
He was very nice, right? That dialogue, just pushing him around was funny, but yeah. I expected Mission or Card to say something when I did that, but no, not quite. That surprised me a little bit. Canderos might have said something. Oh yeah, let's talk to a Jawa. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see. We trade and scavenge when people would buy. Not so good now. Oh, I love the Jawa dialogue. I forgot what it was like. You come, you go, we scavenge. You come back, you go, we scavenge. Hold on, let me check something quickly. Alright. I have grown fond of this Tatooine music. I really have. Oh, soup registration, there's that too. Well, what do we have here?
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
He is aware of me, though. He's not just aware of Bastila escaping, but also me. Well, the time has come for a big battle. Given that we are facing Dark Jedi, we should definitely use the Mandalorian melee shield. Here come the lightsabers. If I can loot lightsabers from them. Oh yes, I was not expecting this. I really wasn't. Cards, mission, you need to move. Why haven't they even started anything yet? Okay, and then mission can go for... Yeah, if they're about to give me purple lightsabers for this, bring it on. This is how I get...
Down you go!
Down you go. This is how I get my purple lightsabers. Huh? Oh, this is gonna be tough though. This is gonna be tough. Let's see. It might be good to get an adrenal stim. Adrenal. I'll take a battle stimulant actually. One of them is focusing on mission.
How'd you like that?
Yeah, that helped right there. Double-bladed lightsaber on one of them. So if I do want to go for the double-bladed lightsaber, I can go for that one. I'm worried about mission though. This is not looking nice for her. She took a lot of damage from that. So if we could put you in stasis. Yeah, they saved the road, but at least they're focusing on me now, which is also a bad thing, but I don't want mission dying. If they only focus on me though, I'm the one that has the Mandalorian melee shield and the battle stim. Alright, let's focus on this one as well. Again. There we go. Die like that. Sonoma machine. Oh no, wait, no. No. Stasis. Yeah, let's do it like that. Let's see if we can put you on stasis. Here comes the other one. They saved the road, so that's okay. Ah, the other one is dead? Okay. They're kind of pushovers. They're not as tough as they look. They were not as tough as they looked. Okay. They did cause some big damage to mission. I used an advanced medipack. Oh, I couldn't move for a moment. There we go. Well. Crystal Damine. Did I get my purple lightsaber crystal at last? Wow, look at that. Sith Assassin pistol. A Chani dueling shield. Crystal Damine. Or is it Damned? The mind. Is the mind of a Sith. That's the mind of a Dark Jedi. There we go. Hopefully that makes sense. I gotta take a look at the datapad information there. Sadly, we didn't get as much of the lightsabers, but yeah, short lightsaber, that's a very interesting thing right there. A red crystal. No, the mind crystal I think is not the purple lightsaber crystal I was looking for, but crystal yellow double-bladed lightsaber, Dark Jedi Knight robe. Well, we're gonna have to get back to the ship and see what we can equip because, yeah, this is gonna be great. So I could already be using my double-bladed lightsaber. So let me see where we're at with that. 726 plus 11 and 519 plus 9. If I go for that double-bladed lightsaber, it's more damage. It is more damage. We of course want to change that crystal color. You live, Lynn! Welcome back from the lurk. Welcome from the lurk, maybe I should say. Look at that. That looks fantastic already. Yeah, we still have to return to the ship right now. Let me save the game. This is why I should use a double-bladed lightsaber. The damage is better. I'll save a save file number 2. I don't know why, but I'll just do it there. But there are other things that might be beneficial to equip. No, I continue to wear Brejik's belt. A China 5 Armor 7 plus 5. Dark Jedi Knight robe. Well, yeah, dexterity is even better, but defense is much lower. I don't think I wanna yet lower that defense. Designed for those who relish personal combat and know that power comes to those who take it. These robes offer good protection with no hindrance to movement. Light battle armor, military suit, yeah. I'm gonna have to see everybody's equipment for what would be good. For what would be good for them, yeah. Oh yeah, also a Chani dueling shield. Like it protects against energy, electrical, 60 points, duration 200 seconds or max damage taken. I think I'll go without it and just give it to somebody who needs it more. I'll give it to Mission. We will have an important quest with her here in Tatooine. Oh yeah, and the Sith Assassin pistol. Let's see. 510 plus 15 for Bendix Blaster. 3-6 plus 14. Okay. So she should get Bendix Blaster again. However, Karth, he has a heavy blaster. 310 plus 12. 5A plus 12. No, we should remain with the heavy blaster then. The 2 blasters. We need to give him better dual weapon proficiency. I think he kind of takes a penalty from that. Let me see that. Oh no, actually no, not quite. That's also why he is dual wielding, because he doesn't take a penalty from that. All right, let's take a look at what we can do with those crystals. We must see right away. And I'll just bother with the rest of the equipment another time. I'm curious about that short lightsaber actually. Let me equip it right now.
Sure.
And see what it looks like. What is the difference exactly, and why would I want that? Lightsabers can come in shorter styles, often used in the offhand or in two-weapon fighting. As in larger versions, different focusing crystals can produce additional effects. Right! I think this is what I wanted to do with Juhani, actually. I think this is what I did. She got herself a short lightsaber. Right. So I will equip this to her. I'll take a look at it later. First of all, let's modify the double-bladed lightsaber right now. Oh, all those Giska. Hopefully we find something to do with them. We're just gonna have to get used to having them on the ship. They really are not that annoying. It's not like that Star Trek thing. Forget the name of those things, but that just keep multiplying and multiplying. What is fun about that episode from the original series is that they did an episode later. What was it? Deep Space Nine? I don't remember. No, not Deep Space Nine. No, I think it was that. The one with like Benjamin Sisko as the captain. I know a bit of Star Trek. I've seen a few things here and there, including clips from that episode, but I forget, you know, because I haven't actually like watched it. But well, not most of it. But like they did an episode where they travel back in time to that episode in the original series, and the way they use footage. And this was something that was shot in the 90s, I think, that series that did that. The way they did that was so amazing. We need more like that. Do you have to have a certain morality to equip certain lightsaber crystal colors? Such as gotta be bad to have red? Well, in this, which is the Legends continuity in KOTOR, I was talking about it earlier a little bit, Blinn. No, not really. It just is... It kind of looks funny in retrospect, because in canon, you pretty much do. The crystals rather reflect what you are as a Jedi or as a Force user. I should say as a Force user. But here is mostly a matter of choice and symbolic. And most people choose to make it as symbolic as that. But as you saw, we have some Dark Jedi with purple lightsabers. I think Darth Revan also wielded a purple lightsaber, along with a red lightsaber maybe, but yeah. Well, they don't call themselves Sith, they call themselves Dark Jedi, but they were with Sith. Under Darth Malak and all that, right? But no, mostly it's a matter of choice, but it is meant to be symbolic of certain things. A blue lightsaber, so it goes like this. A blue lightsaber is for a Jedi Guardian, who are the more offense is the best defense kind of people. Not in the Mace Windu kind of way, but in an Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of way, you know? Anakin Skywalker kind of way. Or even Revan and Malak before they went to the dark side. A green lightsaber is more for a Jedi Consular, who would be more about force powers or more about being into books, being into healing maybe, something like that. I'm speaking in very general terms here. A Jedi Sentinel is somebody who is more like stealth or takes undercover missions or takes like a third different approach, right? Between that blue and green, now you have a third which is yellow for the Jedi Sentinel. It was more about being technical, not technical, but like a specialized fighter unlike any other. Purple is meant to be one that is very unorthodox as a Jedi and even takes a few tendencies that would be associated with the dark side without falling into the dark side. Like, without making them be dark side things. Mace Windu, that's why he always came across as very, like, aggressive, kind of, right? Ambition. I don't know if I would say ambition for Purple. You may have, I think you may have been saying it for something else, but yeah. Now it started to sound like Hogwarts houses. Like, no, wait, I'm thinking of something else here. But no, Purple is kind of like that. I like to think I have a bit of that by being the unorthodox maniac, being like a Jedi superstar and all that. A Jedi maniac, after all. And well, I gotta have whatever excuse I can to have purple. Whenever I can get a purple crystal, because I still don't have that, I think. Or violet, but yeah. And then red, well, you're in the dark side. You shouldn't care about colors that much. Red is good enough. And that's in Legends. I remember the purple crystals require you to go deeper in the cave than necessary just for the sake of showing off. Is that in KOTOR? If that is the case, then I guess I missed that. I'm not sure. It might come into play later. I tried that cave we had in Tatooine. I couldn't find anything deeper in that cave. Maybe I missed something. But I don't know. I feel like I missed something because there wasn't like enough going on there. Or maybe I'm thinking of a later part of the game. For those who don't know, this is my third playthrough of the game. But my first two playthroughs, I couldn't finish them for reasons beyond my control. I read about it sometime a while ago. I don't think it's KOTOR specific. Then maybe, I think it's on Ilum. Yeah. Or maybe you're thinking of Sutor. I don't know. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Well, I can't remember if they figure as much into the story because you mostly just look at that through the cartel market. but yeah. In canon continuity, crystals reflect the kind of Force user the person is. So it's pretty much the things I already said, with a few differences. And yellow is less Jedi Sentinel and more like Jedi, well, Jedi Guardian, I guess. Let's say Jedi Knight for blue. And offense is more than defense. Green is defense more than offense. Yoda certainly fits that, right? Luke at episode 6 certainly fits that. And then yellow is neither of them. Not even like a balance between them, no. Yellow is like a Jedi Guardian in the sense that you would expect to see them guarding a temple or guarding very important secrets. A certain character took on a certain legacy at the end of a movie, and their lightsaber turned yellow at the end of that movie because of something like this, kind of like this. And when you turn to the dark side of the Force, you end up doing something to your crystal that makes it bleed, therefore it turns red. It's been figuring into the Acolyte recently, but they've established it in the canon continuity for a while now. From what I've seen, just a little bit of it, it looks really cool. I like what they did there. We don't know the full specifics though, because then it also makes you wonder, why didn't Anakin's lightsaber turn red by the time of Mustafar? But there's more to it than that. Oh, many people have been, some of them content creators have been answering that question. Good stuff. I can't keep up with the releases, man. I've been wanting to watch so many of them, but I digress. And if your lightsaber bleeds red, it's going to remain red. You can't bring it back to being blue or purple or whatever. And purple is pretty much the same in canon continuity. I forgot to mention that one. Pretty much the same. Maybe also a balance between offense and defense, since there's more about that with blue and green, as I said. It's so funny talking like this, and the Giska are just jumping around. Wee. We're just gonna have them on the ship. They're just gonna be a part of the ship. They make it more lively, actually. I like them. As long as they don't make a mess of the ship or anything. Alright? Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I get dark side points if I poison them or something. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, red lightsaber, bleeding. Ahsoka Tano eventually gets herself 2 white lightsabers. The only way to get a white lightsaber is to take a lightsaber that already bled red and heal it, whatever that process is. When you heal it, you strip it of its red color, but also of all other colors. It can never again have another color, but it remains white, which also looks nice. Looks like light. You are very much a user of light, or at least a very good person. Ahsoka, after all, is no Jedi. But yeah, that's a little bit of a crash course on crystals from what I know. It's a topic that's a lot of fun to talk about. Now, what are we gonna do with these lightsabers? The Damine crystal, let me see that. Found in the desert world of Daminia. So it should be Damint, I think. This crystal can be used in lightsaber because it produces a clear defined beam of subtly wider width and length. Yeah, it gives an attack bonus. So, let's see what to do with the lightsabers I had here. I'll continue using this double-bladed lightsaber now. And okay, yeah, let's unequip things from the other lightsabers. Ah, so confusing. It doesn't bring you back to. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. And okay, my double-bladed lightsaber. Let's have the Damine crystal. The other crystal we want to give, yeah, this one, sigil, because it also gives energy 1d6 of energy. Okay. As for the color change, see, I want to play a fun game until I get my purple crystal. I want to have a different color every time, but nah, I can't really do that because I have to keep coming back to the workbench for that. Might not be good. I'll go for blue for now. So it might be fun to use a red double-blade lightsaber. I'm just going to use it like this for now. Yeah. I'll keep using it like that. Now, as for Juhani, I need to get out actually to... I need her to unequip the red lightsaber I gave her. Because I'm going to give her a short lightsaber. That's a fun way to do it. And then we cover every possible lightsaber type this game has. And every possible way of carrying a lightsaber. This is also why I should dual wield instead of having a double-bladed lightsaber, but let's see how it goes, because I'm pretty sure the damage is better. Yeah, the damage is better. So that, you know, we have a double-bladed lightsaber user in Bastila, a single lightsaber user in a future companion that we haven't met yet, a dual-wield lightsaber user in me, and a dual-wield lightsaber user with a short lightsaber for a change in Juhani. But that's okay, we'll do it like this too. Now, this is the one we're going to change. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, you can tell one of them is shorter than the other. Not from this angle, but from this angle, I think you can definitely tell. A reminder of the dark side of the Force at all times for her. If this were canon continuity, it would also fit nicely.
What? Your wish?
Ready.
It would fit nicely because, you know, she would have made her crystal bleed for falling to the dark side as she did for a little bit at the start there. And she can never remove that scar, or maybe until much later in her story, in the story of the game, and you know, in universe and all that, she finally finds a way to heal that red lightsaber, and it becomes white. I can see her doing that. That would be a great story for it. If they ever remake KOTOR and they fully do it as part of canon, then hopefully it's like that. I wonder if the reason why the game, well, we haven't heard much of it after it got announced. You know, you would think that's what's happening is that it's getting delayed, right? If the reason why it's getting delayed is because of lore, if they can't decide if they want to release it in Legends or canon, and what it implies to do it in either one. If you do it in canon, it implies a lot of things because you're going to establish things that were established for Knights of the Old Republic, but now finally in canon, it's like when you brought Throne over, but like, it's a lot to consider, a lot of like repercussions to it, a lot of things you gotta adapt to when it comes to canon, and yeah, I could go on and on, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you leave it at Legends, however, the big thing about it is that you're releasing new Legends content. The only thing that's ever done that is Star Wars The Old Republic. It's understood, even for those who don't know much about MMORPGs, that is a special exception. Because you gotta keep releasing stuff for the game. It's an MMO and all that. It's an online game. And story is an important part of the game. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's why it became immune to the big Legends perch. Yeah, we had the Jedi perch, now the Legends perch. The canon perch. You know when it happened? It happened like 10 years ago. We're reaching the 10th anniversary of that. But anyway. What was I saying? Let me get my train of thought back. What the heck was I saying? I lost my train of thought completely. Let me have some coffee here. Not because coffee is going to help me. I'm just, you know, I just don't want it to go cold too much. Whenever I'm not yapping, I should be drinking that. Oh yes, if you put, yeah, because SOTOR is a special exception and KOTOR is kind of connected to it and all that, but at the same time, it's brand new Legends content and you're showing that you can release it. So now you're gonna give people the expectation that you can release Legends content, which is something a lot of people, myself included, have asked for. But well, that's another story. That's another story, isn't it? At the very least, I don't see them doing that anytime soon. I steal your coffee? No, no, it helps me out. Except when it doesn't, but it helps me out. Helps me out, Blind. So they really are all the lightsaber crystals I can afford to go for, right? We can remove, yeah, we can remove a crystal. I wonder for a moment if you could do that, but no. There's no need to anyway. And there we go. This double blade lightsaber is on me. This one on Bastila. These two on Juhani. This could use some crystals as well, but we don't have them yet. That's all I wanted to see, right? There may be some other things I would like to equip, but let's leave it at that. I don't see any reason not to have mission and cards still with me. So let's go on like this. And let us teleport back. Transit right back. I forgot about that confrontation with Dark Jedi. And yes, no matter which planet you choose, it happens at a specific point in that planet. This game is done so well. What? One day, if I take the plunge into RPG Maker, I want to make a game like this where you can... I wonder if you can just easily do that in RPG Maker with the tools given to you, or maybe not easily, but at least with the tools given to you, or if you have to do some extra coding in RPG Maker, which is a more advanced thing that obviously is beyond me. I don't know anything about coding. I don't think I ever will, not really. Well, not really. The closest I have to that is like Mugen, you know, modifying .def files in Mugen or something like that. I kind of tried to do that with some Civilization mods, but it kind of didn't work out. I do remember I have programmed a folder in my computer for Civilization 5 mods to link from another drive to another, because it always used my operating system drive because it used it in documents, but my operating system drive is a very small one, all things considered, so I couldn't have the mods there. That's the closest I've gotten to programming, and I'm mostly just following tutorials for that. But no, what I wanted to do in RPG Maker is to make it be so that you can choose any order in the story with the characters you choose or the planets you go to or zones or whatever. Another example would be Octopath Traveler. You can begin the story of the 8 in any order you wish, choosing between all 8 of them, and, you know, accumulating companions until eventually you have all 8. Although when you start with one, you kind of have to go either reverse clockwise order or clockwise order, and yeah. Oh, I still need to play Octopath Traveler too. And Live Alive is another great example, another game I really want to play. Probably going to be off stream, of course, but that one, stories that take place among multiple timelines, not timelines, no, time periods and settings and places. Oh my god, it looks like so much fun. I gotta get it. And when I say get it, I mean the latest one. That one in Octopath Traveler style. What do you call that style? I just call it the Octopath Traveler style. I used to call it Pixel Remaster style, but what is called the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster is something different. Now they're gonna do the 3 first Dragon Quest games like that, and they're also in that style. I know there's a proper game. Pixel Remix? Modern Pixels? I don't know. Something like that. But alright. Sub registration. I wanted to talk to this person, just as a citizen.
Those Jawas. I don't understand a thing they say.
Sucks to be you, I guess. Let's go around here. Well, no, let's go to the Duros registration, otherwise I might forget to come back here and do that later. Soup Racing is gonna come back. Now, this is Soup Racing. Not Pod Racing, right? But close enough. It is Tatooine, after all. Oh, yes, this is gonna be fun.
Go on, leave me alone. I've got stuff to worry about.
Wait, this is not Mission's brother, is it? No, Nico. What was his name? Anything I could help you with? What's bugging you?
Racer stuff. Nothing you'd understand. Don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of secret.
I raced on Terrace.
Ha! Sure. Race your bike out of that explosion? Everyone knows that the whole planet is gone. Nobody got out. I'm not in the mood for jokes, thanks. I've got things to think about. You wouldn't know anything about it. Deal with that Hut Mata and you will understand. Until then, I just don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I could say that I was a racer in Terrace, you know, many years ago, long before the explosion. I didn't just leave Terrace. I left Terrace 5 years ago, but I raced there. I've been looking for a new racing circuit, and here it brought me to Tatooine. Right? I probably would have done a story like that. I'm not going to say that I somehow escaped and raised suspicion or, you know, get more Dark Jedi after me as a result. Hi there, you waiting for a slot on the track? Me too. There's lots of racers coming through here now. YouTube jokes like me don't get much respect. Just takes practice, I guess. I have a few things I wanted to ask. Spare a moment? Well, sure, but I don't know much besides the track. You even interested in this swoop track? I am. I want to ask about you and racing. Heck, nobody's ever interested in me. I'm the new guy, I'm Garm Totrell. Pleased to meet you. Is this the best place for racing? Ha! You're kidding, right? Every racer here would rather be someplace else, but this is it for most of us. Tires blowing up has messed up the soup circuit. People are just looking for somewhere to keep their skills sharp. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Worrying about racing when all those people died? Nothing we can do. Maybe, how long was soup racing going on Terrace? Maybe that cover story that I came up with wouldn't work anyway. About racing many years ago. And I was last on Terrace 5 years ago, or 3 years ago even. We don't need to go that far back. The blockade only lasted for a little bit before then Malak destroyed the whole planet. At most it must have been a week of those events in Terrace, right? So it's always fascinating to like try to come up with like a specific timeline for how long an event took place. Sometimes you don't need to come up with it. Sometimes the facts were there, but you didn't realize. One that I always go back to as an example of this is Dragon Ball. The most infamous example is like Namek blowing up in 5 minutes, but you know, the battle took place between Frieza and Goku, took place between many episodes, but still, you know, it could be like that. A battle can feel that way within 5 minutes. Even so, it was like a lot happened in those 5 minutes. It ended up being a bit longer than 5 minutes, I think. But besides that, I always think about the events of the Cell saga. The Android saga and the Cell saga. They happened so fast and just within a few days. Like, Cell, Piccolo confronting Cell after fusing with Kami-sama. Piccolo and Kami-sama. Then from there, Cell absorbing 17. Vegeta leaving the time chamber with Trunks. Cell absorbing 18. Then Cell just beating everybody up. Declaring the Cell games. Pretty much all of that is within 24 hours or just a bit over 24 hours. I think. Or at the very least, I know the absorption of 17 and 18. He doesn't spend very long as semi-perfect Cell. Like, and I'm sorry if I'm leaving out anybody who doesn't know what the blazes I'm talking about, doesn't know about Dragon Ball. Hey, I know I have over 9,000 views on the Limit Break Survivor cover in English, the short version that is. In short. I don't have a longer version actually, not really. Yeah, keep those views coming and let's get to 10,000. I know, we have the meme, over 9,000, but hey, 10,000 is still over 9,000, right? Let's keep that coming. Let's keep that coming and go for those milestones. Thank you, Tajigen, for continuing to bring in the views. But yeah, just it's always the example I go back to. Like, there's a lot of things that are like that. Trying to think of what else could be that way. There was another thing from another anime or like another movie or series that was like that, but I can't remember right now. But yeah, like how fast events can happen for the characters, but then it feels like so long for the audience. But I always like to think that for the characters, it does feel like it's as long as that. Like maybe when they look back on it later, it didn't feel like a lot of time passed, but when it was happening for them at that moment, also because of the intensity of the events, it felt like that kind of length, so to speak, right? Because it's like that in real life. I feel like it's like that IRL. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna use that term, real life, quote unquote. I found that it can be like that, and that is great when media can do that, and that's why it's always fascinating. Like the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball, another example. I love the Tournament of Power. It might be my favorite saga across all of Dragon Ball at this point. 48 minutes, was it? Yeah, 48 minutes, and look at what happened. I mean, it was going to be intense one way or another. Something about the act of creating a story, the passage of time is wild. Indeed, indeed. That too. If I ever do write more, I have written quite a little bit. There's still something I still need to share with you all. Just kind of need to make sure of some things because that's all I'm going to say. I'll share it in writing though on the Discord server. We'll definitely do that. But that, and also for a potential RPG Maker game, something where you can choose all the stories like Live Alive. Yeah, I think I didn't quite finish that train of thought. Or being able to choose the planets in any order. This is far from the only game in Star Wars that does that. Jedi Knight Jedi Academy is another one that did that really well. Highly recommend that game too. It's also on the Switch now, actually. I wonder what that would play like. I've never played that one with controller. Never. I read a story that's like 300,000 words and I realized it could really take place in like 2 months total. I love that, Blade. I love that. I love that. Yeah, from writing I've done in the past, I just need to, much like when I speak, I need to be more succinct. I think I had a story, which is really the draft of a story that was like over 200,000 words that took place across many NaNoWriMos. If that even is a thing anymore. But yeah, and like, it reached like 200,000 words at some point, and he was like maybe 5 or 10% of what the novel was meant to be, you know? It was a rough draft anyway. I did know many of those were just things I kind of wrote to like get a feel for what other scenes were going to be like, and I was just going to delete a lot of it, but it still surprises me. I don't even know if I even have the stuff for that. I use a program called YWriter for that, which was nice. But yeah, like I think I exported it to text from that program, but like it's all messed up. It's like it's not with good paragraph breaks and all that. So it's preserved somewhere in my drives and all that, but like it's kind of messy. Anyway. Why are you showing me the eyes, Ichinan? You use Scrivener? Yeah, like I have to take a look at a program. YWriter is very old school. The creator of that program also created something called YBook. Before I got myself a Kindle, this is really going back many years ago. I've been reading pretty much all my life. Whether it's with my vessel, you know, when we got into this vessel, the human vessel we took already like reading a lot. And us as a star cluster is a great way to experience stories, so we love it too. We just gotta find a better way to squeeze it in during our days still. But yeah, before I got myself a Kindle, I used this program called YBook. And before there were more programs, I guess. Again, this is going back quite a bit. Which could display the screen in a pretty cool way. I actually read a Star Wars book. Let's bring it back to Star Wars. Don't worry, we are going to go back to Knights of the Old Republic in a moment. But I actually remember reading a Star Wars book. It was Jedi Academy, but not the same one I just talked about. It has nothing really. It's not really that connected to the Jedi Academy video game. It just takes place across the same Jedi Academy that Luke founded. It's around like 10 or so years after the Battle of Yavin, 14 or so. I think that one takes place a little bit after or a little bit before the game, but it's not really connected other than taking place in the same academy. Anyway, in Yavin 4. But that book, yeah, like I thought it was connected for a moment and I read it for that reason. And I read it because I wanted to experience that. And I wanted to do something fun in YBook, which is to set it to a black background and make the text be yellow. And I read the entire book like that. It's like the opening crawl in Star Wars, but the entire book. Oh, and that was also before I discovered Star Wars audiobooks, which are an experience. Let me tell you that. Anytime I can experience a Star Wars book in audiobook form, if it's not abridged, and if it's done in the style that has been done for a while now, where they use sound effects, maybe even voice acting, or you know, they tend to only have one narrator. There's quite a few of them that have a voice cast, but that's not what I mean when I say voice acting. Like I mean like if the narrator is reading a protocol droid line, for example, they give it the effects of the protocol droid. They give it those robotic effects. If they read a Force Ghost, they give it like a reverb. They give it that. There's sound effects. There's background music. It really is like a movie, but in book form. Your imagination is filling in the blanks. And of course, it's a narrator. Still very much a book in that sense, but it's amazing. And ever since I discovered that, I'm like, I must continue going for audiobooks for Star Wars from now on. Unless there's no unabridged version of this. Since they started... Again, this goes back about 10 years ago or so, when they started making that the standard, because they realized what a great success it is, right? But yeah, if I ever read books on my PC, I use Calibre, which is a good way to manage libraries and stuff, again with my Kindle and all that. But because I don't always just buy from the Amazon store for books, there's other places where they're good. And so sometimes I get them as EPUB or even as Mobi, but Calibre can just easily convert them and just transfer them to my Kindle. But yeah, like, it came from that. The creator of those programs, Whitebook and White Writer, also wrote some books called Hull Space Jock. That's H-A-L. Hull Space Jock. Right? And they're like a comedy sort of like space series. I'm still curious about them. I think they're for children, but they're also comedy. For children, but you know, for children in a way that's good for everyone. Not for children in a way that's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's learn not in that way. Use your library. Don't threaten me with a water gun, Blin. My local library barely has any physical books, let alone digital books, okay? So... I'm hyperbolizing a little bit, but it really is like that. Kinda is like that. So yeah, don't blame me. Don't blame me. There's a lot of free books anyway, even without like your local library, if you will. Actually, there may be some other sources I haven't checked. Well, I say the library. There's others. There's other options. It's just like intimidating because one of those is like a college library, which is public, like a lot of college libraries are. But it's like, do I have to be in the college? Is it gonna look weird if I walk in and I'm not even a student or a staff member of that university and I just, hey, I wanna rent books. Yeah. It's not gonna look weird, I think, but still. You can share library cards with friends. I'm constantly using my friends in New York. If it's a US thing, I don't know if you can share them outside the US though. I do 95% of my reading through ebook. No, but yeah, but I think what you meant, Vlain, was that from what I know, there's a lot of libraries that also include ebooks with them. I would love to read more physical books though. I would love to do that as well. They're cool. What can be really nice about an ebook though, that a physical book will never give you, is the thrill of not knowing when it's gonna finish. You're not gonna know, which can also be bad because then, oh, the book is over already, just like that. Oh no! And that's the last book in a series, or it's just a standalone book or something. But at the same time, it can be fun. You just disable pages, disable locations, you disable percentages of the book, so you don't see how far along you are in the book, and you just keep going, and you don't know when the ending is gonna come. Right? If you read a physical book, you're gonna know you're close to the end, one way or another. But with an ebook, it can be nice like that. Also, it's nice to be able to search in a dictionary in it, right? I keep percentages because I gotta know. Yeah, I say that, but I don't really do that either. But I kinda consider it, but yeah, I also use percentages. I need to know. I try to use page numbers even though I know it's not inaccurate because I changed the font or whatever, but I prefer page numbers. It helps me out. I try to keep both. That's how I set it on my Kindle. Your mileage may vary. I know other e-readers probably have that too, you know. Kobo. What was it? Kobo? Nuke? Nuke it was called? I can't remember which is which. One is the brand, the other is the e-reader. But yeah. But I've heard that they're actually not as good as the Kindle in some ways. At least for the features that some people want. But I gotta consider the option if ever. Yeah, I got a Kobo. Okay. Yeah, what I have right now is my third Kindle. So I've only ever had Kindles ever since I started having them. Again, over 10 years ago. My first one was, I swear, we're gonna get back to the game in a moment, okay? That's also why it takes long, and that's why it took 10 streams to get to Tatooine, okay? I swear. You come in here for the yapping as well, okay? Make sure to subscribe for more yapping, Tajigen. But, yeah, so, my first one was actually a classic Kindle Touch. Didn't even have an inner light. You relied on, like, other lights to light up the page. That was nice. It was really like a book experience. But then, yeah, I went for a paperwhite for the second one. Eventually, I kind of dropped that one, and I needed to get a new one. And I got my third one, which is still the one right now. We love Yapper Den. Hey, this is the den of yappers with Khaiden. In this den, this den, puns are also welcome. Oh, I'm sorry if that caused you physical pain, but I am not going to apologize for being my pun den self. Okay, that was a bad one, but yeah. If you want to do puns in the chat or comments, they're welcome to. Trust me, trust me. We will not show you the door for that. Okay, my Kobo has the only feature anyone ever needs: water resistance, like reading in the pool. I've been hearing about a lot of Kindles and like e-readers that have that, but like people have been saying, like, it's been said that water resistance is not the same as aquatic, quote unquote. I would love to get one of those. That would make me more likely to want to get into a pool, because I'm one of those weirdos. I'm one of those maniacs that, like, I hate going into the pool because I get bored. Actually, it feels like it's been my ADHD that does that. Like, I hate all the stuff I need to do to get into a pool, you know? Like, yeah, it's nice, especially in the summer right now and all that. Unless it's raining with thunderstorms and all that, because we've had a lot of that. But like, you know, I gotta like change my clothing, shower, either before or after. There's a public pool, certainly both times. You know, and then be careful how I do things there. I can't do much in there. I would love to. Sometimes I play games on my phone, but I gotta be careful not to drop the phone into the pool, like. But if it really is like that, then yeah. I had one of those Kindles too, like 10 years ago, and lost it. Ah, sorry to hear that, Lynn. As long as no personal information got lost and all that, right? But yeah, that was a while ago anyway. I still have my Kindles that don't work anymore. I have them like stored somewhere. I don't know what I keep them for. It's not for sentimental reasons. I just feel like maybe they're useful for something. Let me finish my coffee right here. I'm just yapping and yapping. Hold on. I do drink coffee. I know. I am all about tea, but that doesn't mean I don't drink coffee. I'm sure the reverse can apply. Steals your coffee again? Haha! Too late. I already finished it, Lynn. Maybe the next cup. Maybe the next cup. Is that why my cup disappeared mysteriously the other day? No, it didn't, but that would be kind of entertaining, but also kind of concerning to have that happen. Suddenly the cup disappears, and when I say the cup disappears, I mean just the coffee in itself, like somebody drank it. Although I guess it could mean the cup as well. I drink coffee, yeah, Ichi, yeah. It does tend to be nicer in the mornings. The thing about it is that it doesn't always do the effect it's supposed to do on me. That's the thing. I talked about it in another stream this week. You ate the cup, hungry? Okay. If you were that hungry, then okay. No, Darth Vader voice. But yeah, like 33.3% of the time, no, 33% of the time, it gives me the energy it's supposed to give me. And even then, it's not as much as I think it should be. But anyway, 33% of the time, it makes me sleepy. 33% of the time, it doesn't do anything. And the remaining 1%, question mark, mysterious effect. That ADHD mood when coffee makes you sleepy. Yeah. It's been said it's an ADHD thing, but, well, studies differ. If you ask 10 doctors, 10 psychiatrists, they'll give you 12 different answers about that, I think. Shall we get back to the game? Speaking of ADHD moods. See, I feel like my ADHD medication has been effective. I feel like those tangents I went through, I at least was able to not forget what I was talking about and finish those trains of thought. Yeah, it's been pretty much like a week of taking those meds now. Hey, if you ever notice any other changes in my behavior, well, that may be why. You may be noticing things Hopefully good things. Hopefully good things. I've been noticing some unexpected things. My gosh, some unexpected effects. And yeah. How are the mechs working out for you? No, I can definitely see... Okay, let's yap a little bit more. I can definitely see the positives. I read so much about it. I read so many people's testimonies, if we want to say the word testimony for that. Even watch videos about how people felt with their effects and all that, because I know it's different for everyone. Every human being is unique, and certainly one that is a star cluster in a human-ish form, VTuber, VSinger form, right? So I was prepared to an extent for some of them. I was not fully prepared for it, though. And then some things that I never saw anybody talk about. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is this feeling? What the actual hell is going on? I can't go into details about it. I won't go into them right now just in case, but like, it surprised me. The new perspectives, some of the new perspectives I got out of it. That was like an insane epiphanous moment last Sunday, which was my 3rd day taking them. So yeah, it's been a week now. This is my 8th day. Started last Friday, but a sort of weird epiphanous revelation, 3rd person almost moment where like I walk into my room seeing all the doom piles and I felt something about those doom piles. I don't know how to describe the feeling. I'm just gonna say neurotypical in lack of a better way to describe it, seeing them. Like I know a lot have felt that, oh, now I see that the doom piles are manageable. For those who don't know what a doom pile is, it's basically a pile of things that are just stacked up together in a mess when they should be more ordered than that. But that happens a lot to people with ADHD, and they certainly happen to me. And I saw them. I walk into my room after walking out, just walked right back in, and I was like, I perceived it the way somebody without ADHD perceived it, is what it felt like. I thought I got a glimpse of that, what that felt like before, but I realized I didn't. And it was like, whoa. I always realized that if somebody saw my room, sometimes they would be like, damn, you live like this, you maniac? What's wrong with you? But I didn't really realize what really gives you the feelings to say that. Like, there's that, but more than that than I realized. It's like, it's not just that the doom piles felt manageable to clean, which I still haven't cleaned, but that's because I prioritize other things to do. And the doom piles are not dirty, they're just messy. Yeah, because there's filth and there's dirt as well, and I've been able to clean that really well. Yeah, I'm sorry to sound stinky to you all, but it does get like that in my room or other areas that, you know, I have to clean and maintain and all that. But I was able to clean that a lot, right? But I don't know, something about seeing the doom piles is like, again, this is why it's difficult to describe. It's like, it was anxiety inducing to see them, but not really with anxiety. I didn't feel actual anxiety. It was like, the first thing I saw them, it was like, oh, that needs to be cleaned right away. Like, that can just be cleaned. That should just be cleaned. That's the first thing that should happen right there. That should be something that gets done in the day. It's just something that needs to be done. Not even like me making the decision to clean them. It's just like, well, that's, you know, if somebody asked me my opinion on it, I would be like, yeah, needs to be cleaned. Why does it need to be cleaned? Because it needs to be. Because it needs to be. That right there. Again, I'm kind of lacking the words, but hopefully that makes some sense. I get the feeling if you have ADHD and you're watching, I made some sense to you, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I want to elaborate more on this, but yeah. Yeah. I'll leave it at that for now. Otherwise, we're never going to get back to Night Civil Republic, and this will be the ADHD Satsudan. Maybe I should do something like that. I wonder, maybe after some time with the meds, with the treatment, and knowing I have ADHD now for sure, I could make a Satsudan talking about that and my experiences. There could be something to that. Should we do it on Twitch or should we do it here on YouTube? Perhaps here on YouTube. But I digress. Back to KOTOR. Digress is my second name. Khaiden Digress Tajigen. How many letters does digress have? Hold on. D-I-G-R-E-S-S. It has 7 letters. That's perfect. Khaiden Tajigen, both of them have 7 letters. Let's keep the... Let's keep the pattern going. Alright. Why have racers come here? Moda pays for timekeeping and official records. You can race anywhere, but here if you do good, it actually matters. We can keep yapping, by the way. We can keep yapping and yapping as we try to get through the game. Like this, it's okay. That's why I stick around. No work, no future. But Tatooine at least has this. It's my shot. Maybe. How long have you been at this? Not that long, just this season. I'm getting better. Still too cautious. Good thing I have some pros to learn from. This person is just so sweet. I get the feeling something is gonna happen to them. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I'm not hinting at anything from what I remember from KOTOR before. Again, ADHD right there. That may have made me remember a lot of the details of what I did. It also makes a third playthrough fun too. But yeah, like, no, I'm just actually speculating here. Because soup racing is dangerous. You could die from it. Can't remember if anything happened to this fellow. Chances are nothing really, but like, it's a typical greenhorn story where like, you learn the hard way the world is much tougher on you. And it's like that smiling fish in SpongeBob. That who was a cashier, right, at the supermarket. I think it was the episode where SpongeBob is like organizing a party or something. And that pirate, that live action pirate, what was his name? Hook? It was just Hook? No, he had a particular name. No, Hook is the captain from Peter Pan. I forget his name. You can tell me in the chat or comments, but yeah, where he's like he shows the picture of the cashier when he was like brand new to the store, eager to start, happy and younger. And that was just like 6 months earlier or like a year earlier, not that long ago. Bright-faced, young. Then it transitions to him and he has all this facial hair and he has the look of someone who's gone through 50 years of hardship already. Sick of life. Something like that, right? That's always such a scene, my god. What do you want to learn? How they keep their nerves steady, bike maintenance, you know, all of it. I'm not as good as some, but I try. What can you tell me about the other racers? You should ask them yourself. I don't feel right speaking for the pros. I'm the new guy to them. It's not my place to talk. I've never even talking about Nico. He's young like me, but he's practically a prodigy. What makes you say that? Everyone thinks he's the next star of the pro circuit. If he signs with a promoter, Malta is really pushing him. Right. What do you think about that? I hear that the deal is pretty bad, but I take it in a second. I don't have Nico's skill though. Right, I think the dilemma right now is that, well, the options for soup racing, even across the entire galaxy apparently, are not really good right now. Taris was the best place, which is not good either, given what Taris was like. And so, yeah, like, do I take this opportunity because the situation is bad for everyone, but maybe later in the future it gets better and I'm stuck with that bad deal? Or do I not take it, but then the situation doesn't get better, and then I didn't take the best opportunity I had at the time? That can apply to so many things. That may have been the case. That may have been what's going on, but yeah. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? Anyone but us soup racers. Really, we can show you the track, but anything else, we've got no clue. You could check with the Circa office. They like to think they know everything. Well, thank you so much. I'll leave for now. Goodbye. Race hard, watch for rocks. Don't race too hard, then you can't watch out for rocks. Be careful. But yeah, we should definitely register for soup racing. Soup groupie?
I love watching the races. Nothing much else to do.
Why is she called a groupie? Well, actually, maybe don't answer that question. Might go against YouTube TOS.
I was due to race on Terrace, but I blew a qualifying race. Guess I'm lucky, huh?
You are lucky. Where there's danger, there's opportunity, but also every cloud has a silver lining. Did I talk to this person? I think I did, right? What do you want? You here for money? I'll pay the hut what I owe as soon as the circuit is back on its feet. Yeah, I didn't talk to them. No, wait, you don't look like a collector. You're just some kid. Go on, I don't have time for you. Maybe you were right, maybe I want money. I have a few things I wanted to ask. Spare a moment? If I say no, you'll probably hound me to death. Fine, what do you want? That's the deepest voice I can make. What I like about those voices from these people, and also the people in Manan, I don't know the name of the species, so I'll just say these people. The deep voices, the deepest voices, I guess, is that like boom, boom, that you feel on them, right? I don't know if you hear it as much as I do. I think you do, but like, you can feel the impact on it. There's gravity, like a movie theater kind of like a movie theater kind of like surround system gravity to them. You can hear it no matter your audio, I think. Or at least I certainly do. And again, hopefully you do for that reason. It's amazing being able to do something like that. So Manan is going to be a lot of fun. I'll have to read a lot of dialogue like that. I'll have to try maybe a better deep voice or something. But I'm more of a tenor than a bass anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun because we'll have a lot of people like that in Manan. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to ask about you and racing. There's no much useful you'll get out of me. You gorillas on the way down. I can't match the young riders. Is this the best place for racing? I better hope so. It's the last stop for me. If I can get some decent times going, I may as well not leave. Uh-oh. I wish I could use the destruction of Terrace as an excuse, but I doubt I would have ever made it back there. Right. That's the problem with having a hut in charge. If you get in a bad situation and you get in debt, that may also mean your life is on the line here. Goes beyond soup racing a little bit. That's the problem with soup racing as a career. It gets dangerous quickly and you get into like the criminal side of the galaxy. That was the case in Terrace for different reasons, but it was the case too in Terrace. It's certainly going to be the case in Tatooine. When soup races stopped, it then became pod racing. See, I think that may have been with the implication that soup racing evolved into pod racing. But that game, Jedi Academy, I don't remember if it had soup races exactly, but it definitely had soups. You know, soup bikes in it. And that game takes place like over 10 years after the Battle of Yavin, like about 10 years after Episode 6 in this Legends continuity. But yeah. Why have racers come here? Old guys like me can't make it on the good tracks, and the new racers come here to try and knock us down even further. I'm still trying to have one last good run, but it just isn't happening. How long have you been at this? Too many years. I raced on almost every track and all I've got to show for it is an aging bike. No good memories? That seems a waste. I got a few trophies stashed, but they don't pay the bills. Yep, I should have quit after the Coruscant Classic. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, this is giving me F-Zero vibes. I wonder if we should try that F-Zero 99 stream I was still thinking of doing here. We did one before on Twitch, but like, given that here is where I have the Meaning of Truth cover, the Meaning of Truth cover, I guess you could say it too. Feels like it would be nice to do it too, right? If there had been an a new F-Zero game at the time, it would have been good to have a stream for that at the time I released that cover. Though at the time I wasn't doing that many YouTube streams. I really started going more for them when YouTube, this was late 2022 now. Feels like so long since then. So much has happened since then. It's great when the passage of time can be like that. In a way, 2022 is not that distant, but then it also is. Doing a lot going through a lot of things in life. In a good way, hopefully, you know, can make it feel that way. Experiencing a lot of media can do that. Reading again, right? Reading can be great for that reason. Or even creating with writing and all that. But anyway. Late 2022, YouTube finally separated like things in tabs. Live streams, shorts, and videos, and podcasts if that's applicable to your channel or some channels that you watch. Really helped out. Because I knew that when I started doing more YouTube live streams, it was going to look like a mess. And I was going to have to really keep a lot of playlists. But yeah. Thankfully, not as much. One thing I was considering doing was to leave them unlisted, but in a playlist. So that we can still have room for videos. Again, I'm in a dilemma in what as to what direction I specifically want to do for the channel, but like, hopefully we have something new to show soon, like a new cover and all that. That being said, I should have remembered to mention this at the start of the stream. Now is a good time to talk about it. Hold on. Let's take another detour. I'm even gonna go for my Sad Sudan screen for a moment as I retrieve the link I want to show you. Yesterday. This is not a solo cover of only Khaiden Tajigen, but yesterday, it hasn't even been 24 hours since this release. As part of Alternative Idol Constellations, we released a new cover. Let me retrieve the link here. We, in collaboration with another VSinger group called Gleam Live, covering Promise the Star by Bish. B-I-S-H. Gotta be careful how I pronounce that. And well, yeah, we did it in collaboration with them, members of Alternative Idol and Gleam. That was actually the second part of a collab with them. On the second part, that's the one we published on the Alt Idol channel, and the one that I'm a part of, but do take a look at the other one, a cover of You. That's just, you know, the letter U. Got to head off now. Stinky Dan, why you call me that, Ichi? Bye-bye, keep up with the amazing stream. Thank you so much, Ichi-nyan, alright? You have a good one, you stinky nyan. Thank you, Ichi, alright? Otsukai. And by any chance you're going to sleep also? Oyasuminakai, alright? But yeah. So, we had a nice collab cover that premiered yesterday. Promise Star. Whoa. Do check it out right here. I'm linking to it in the chat. Oh, it took the Twitter link, but it should link to the video itself. Because I took the link from Twitter. But yeah. If the link doesn't work properly, do let me know. But yeah. Yeah, I'll just pin it. Probably should have put more in the message to pin it, but you know, the latest release. Takara boku amate, tate, mirai o mate. And yeah, art by Mochizuki Yoru, who is also as part of Alt Idol and also sang in this part of the song. Do take a look at him because he's amazingly talented. I should say they, my apologies. They're amazingly talented. Sometimes I use the wrong pronouns. It's just like names. I get them wrong sometimes. I never do it out of ill will. It's like that thing with a name, right? Like, oh, I forgot your name. But in a savage way. When we're talking about like a bill in F14, that's funny. But like, I swear, I'm not doing it intentionally. And oh yeah, do check out Yoru. They take commissions. And again, T Scorpion, who's done amazing jobs before with MVs, killed it again. I love their style of creating MVs. Really good stuff. And well, the mix was done by Remix, that is REM-X. All the credits are there, and of course all the vocalists that are part of it, myself included. Listen to it! I'm happy with the way my vocals came out on that one too. Including harmonies. Alright, good timing with the song ending here. As we transition back into Knights of the Old Republic. Let me have some water here. Water, please. Especially with the coffee I just had. It's important to stay well hydrated. I could be hydrating well, better by now. So I'll refill this water soon. Depending on how much long we have for the stream here. Not sure how long we'll go exactly, but we'll keep it going for as best we can. Alright. What can you tell me about the other racers? Bunch of babies, all of them. Well, except for Zori's. She's got the goods like I never had. Good for her, I guess. If I had to say something good about the new racers, it would be about that Nico kid. He's got a future. What makes you say that? He doesn't fear the track. You get old, you start to worry about failing. He just lets it all come to him. What do you think about that? Some promoter will use him up and he'll end up in debt like me. It's already happening, I bet. Oh, that's not good. So that's the way it happened for this poor person here. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? I don't know, go ask some locals. I want to know as little about this dust bowl as possible. Well, thank you for that. Goodbye now. Yeah, good riddance. Jeez. I'm sorry for bothering you. Not really sorry. And then Zoris. I just said the word sorry and then we have somebody called Zoris. Say, these puns, these rhymes, these wordplays just come to me naturally. Just naturally. Yes, is there something you wish? I have a moment or two while others post their times. Is this a racing matter? Perhaps you are interested in taking up the sport? I wanted to ask a few questions if you have the time. I'm not so preoccupied with the track that I can spare a few minutes. Go ahead. She's really nice. She's really friendly. It's nice to see. I think it's a nice contrast from like the other veteran they said. Like in Terrace, the dueling ring, right? We have that veteran, Lady Frost. What was her name? Something like that. Maybe I'm confusing her with another person. Anyway, another character somewhere. But she was just cold. But she was like one of the few that got respected by the veterans, or she was a veteran herself, right? So here from that fellow we just talked to, everybody's new except that Zori's person. She seems to know what she's doing, but she's very friendly in contrast, right? I want to ask about you in racing. My name is Zoris Bafka. I suppose I'm one of the more experienced racers here. What do you want me to answer? Is this the best place for racing? Perhaps not, but it will do for now. Professional racers like myself travel wherever the purses are highest. Makes sense. It's no secret that one of the most popular tracks was lost with Terrace. Other promoters will need time to organize. In the meantime, we will race at the smaller venues. This is almost a recreational stuff for me. That's so bad though that Terrace was one of the best, if not the best, given the situation in that planet, and that you needed to kind of watch your back because the area where the soup tracks are is like with gang warfare. Well, it wasn't always like it was. It was the Black Volcars that made it be bad to walk the streets of the Undercity. No, the lower city. But the fact that you have to go to the lower city, right? It's such a mess. Such a mess. If this track is so small, why bother? You lose the skills if you don't use them. I could race on any open road, but competition gives the push to get better. Yeah, very true. Besides, if my presence lends a little prestige to the track, maybe you'll get some new racers out of it. How long have you been at this? A few years, but I raced under a different name when I was young. My early career was not very spectacular. Why did you change your racing name? I didn't know there was such a thing as a racing name. So we can still have a Captain Falcon in here. I'll be Captain Tajigen. I mean, that's still my actual last name in-game and all that, but still. Captain Tajigen sound... I like the ring to that. I like the ring of that. Captain Tajigen. I mean, isn't that what I am in F-14 in the Maelstrom? No, Commander Tajigen? I forget what my rank is in my grand company, but yeah. I still need to make some time. Really need to make some time. That's the grinding I could be doing off stream as well. Yeah. I still need to make time to do like those command missions where you command NPCs. They're really difficult because you have to really basically tell them to do everything. To walk out of an AoE, you have to tell them to do that. And so it gets very difficult. The best thing to do is to be tank for those, isn't it? So again, leveling up my Dark Knight is the only thing I should do. I swear I am so close to just deciding to do the Dark Knight storyline off stream. But I digress. Why did you change your racing name? It wasn't that big of a deal. I made the jump from one league to another and wanted to shed some baggage. It's almost like changing to another VTuber identity, if applicable, right? I mean, it's not quite the same because like, depending on what it is, for the most part, they'll know. Oh, you are now Jake Smith, and you used to be John Jonathan. That's the best name I can think of. I don't know. I was trying to think of a sample name, but you used to be John Smith. Now you are Jake Johnson. Seriously, I can't come up with generic names. I mean, they have to be generic, but not that generic, I guess. John Johnson, Jake Jakeson. Let's just do the son ending. There you go. I mean, there's a historic precedent for that kind of name. Okay, let's just get back to KOTOR. But yeah, it's similar. Don't waste much thought on it. It was purely a personal matter that has no bearing today. There may be more to that story. Actually, yeah, it figures into another story. I think it figures into the whole Nico thing. That other, like, Twi'lek here, right? Yeah. Or, you know what's also a good comparison? A professional wrestler. Yeah, I was thinking more of like a rebrand, which may come with a name change. Many VTubers do that, and even like sometimes it involves like a lot because it's a whole rebrand. You go from being a cat VTuber to being a demon VTuber or something, right? You go from being a ghost VTuber with a blue color scheme to being let's say a panda VTuber with a red color scheme, for example. Just thinking of loose examples. Whenever I try to think of an example of a VTuber in general, I tend to go for like animals or demons or something. Is there like a VTuber for every possible animal? It's not like every animal has an anthro version, right? But it figures into that. Like, when I say anthro, just one that's like human enough. I'm not talking about a Sonic kind of anthro or even furry. Like, you know, there's that as well. But no. Furry is perfectly fine and all that too, but it's not what I mean. I mean more like somebody with just cat ears or something. That seems to be the more popular way of being a VTuber. Oh my gosh, I could go about this topic on and on. It even figures into being a Toku VTuber, you know? Like, if somebody really likes to have that furry identity more, feels like, but at the same time wants to be more the traditional kind of VTuber and have a more human face, maybe be an ikemen or a waifu about it, because that's always an attractive thing. And honestly, I want to also lean into that myself for future models, maybe, if I don't have this already about myself here. I mean, I also have my PNGtuber form. Ichinian did a great job getting those ikemen vibes. You'll be seeing it this Sunday more in F14, but it's always is what I've been thinking about with that Riot Commence mobile game. Like, if you want to be a writer-based VTuber, you can have the whole writer form and all that, but then there may be an audience that's not as interested in it as they are interested in seeing more, well, this kind of VTuber with like more of a human face and showing more attractive human-like features. So you could do a balance of that. And this is why I want to have, if possible, other forums in the future. Oh my gosh, like I could keep going on and on about forums. I've been in that like multi-dimensional maniacal state, which you might think is my state at all times, but it's not exactly. Of, you know, being like Hatsune Miku in Project Voltage, of imagining myself in many other different forms, but still being very much Khaiden Tajigen, but like having a lot of difference as well. It's nice to think about it because it makes you think of what your signature elements are that remain with you no matter what form you take. For example, for Hatsune Miku, she keeps the twin tails at all times, I think, in all 18 of those forms. At least for the art, because for like the MVs for the songs, there's a few differences from like the art they released. I need to look more into Project Voltage. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. If I had unlimited money, I would just be all over that for sure. I would be doing more of an effort to learn the songs for that. But, because, you know, it would take time to learn them. And a few of them are super difficult. There is one I wanted to do, but it's actually, whoa, this is a difficult one. If I'm gonna cover that, it's gonna be a while before I do that, you know? But like, I swear, we're about to get back to KOTOR, okay? Wow, the yapping today really went far. That's great too, though. That's great. See, the thing about this is that we're gonna have Fall Guys later, right? For example, with Fall Guys, even though the game freaks me out and all that, I can talk while I'm playing. I can talk while I'm playing. And the game takes my focus sometimes, but I think also, I'm gonna flex a little bit, I think also because I've had so much experience in the game, and I've been able to pick up some good skills in it. Decent enough, at least. I was humbled this last Tuesday when I played it. I saw that launch day for the new Fame Pass and the new updates, it brought out the most skilled players. And it really made me see, okay, yeah, I still have a ways to go. And mostly, I guess I've been playing against players of, well, it sounds bad saying it this way, but lesser skill. There's still like some crazy skills up there. It was a bit of bad luck, but yeah, at the same time, it was like, I'm happy to say I still got one win. But at the same time, it was the only win I got because, yeah, the lobbies were very strong. Very strong lobbies, very strong players. But that's what I should be doing now. Polishing my skills against those great players. But I digress, you know. Why we have to stop KOTOR so much is because we're in the dialogue section, and yeah. I love RPGs, and I love them when they're turn-based, and to an extent KOTOR is like this, World of Final Fantasy was like that, other games I'm thinking of streaming here are like that, but at the same time, man, they do make it difficult with yapping, don't they? Of course, saying nothing of like a collab or something like that, which I still want to have more of, but yeah, that's not a story, that's not a story. But yeah. This is making me realize perhaps I should prioritize other things. But yeah, let's just get back to KOTOR. Let's just back to KOTOR. Is this the best place? Did I already ask her that? Didn't I ask her that already? Yeah. How long have you been at this? Yeah. Okay. What can you tell me about the other racers? There are some promising newcomers here. Garm trains hard and I wish him well. But Nico is the one to watch. It's invigorating to watch him discover his skills. I hope he manages to remember why he took up the sport. What makes you say that? The race is not just about speed. It is a business, and we are the product. He must market himself carefully. Ooh, let me take a screenshot of that. That's like a VTuber. That's like a VTuber. We are the product. We must market ourselves as VTubers. Oh, when it comes to marketing, yeah, that's nuclear physics to me. I always do my best to learn as much as I can with that, but yeah. That's always the aspect that I have to improve more of. So hopefully, I keep promoting myself even more, Tajigen. Hey, that's always, any support you give in that regard is always great. If you share the stream with other people, you're doing an amazing thing right there. That's the amazing thing. That's I'm gonna try to use the Omni-Man meme, you know? You mean I can support a VTuber without giving them my money? No, wait, no. Let me try to phrase it. You mean I don't have to give my money to support a VTuber? That's the neat thing, you don't. Wait. Ah, damn it, I wanted to set it up like that meme. I don't know why, but... You mean... I don't know. I've been yapping so much, my brain is going smooth. My brain is going smooth, even with the ADHD medication. No, but really, like, if you can support a VTuber monetarily, which is always appreciated, of course, and it's always, like, the end goal. Not the only end goal, of course. As an entertainer, content creator. But if you can't do that, liking, in the case of a YouTube stream like this one, subscribing, activating the bell for that matter, so you can see more releases later. We have another YouTube stream tomorrow. I'll put the waiting room as soon as I can. Hopefully I'm better about setting up the waiting rooms too. I gotta check some changes to chat widgets for that though. Haven't been able to look up into that as much. But yeah. Hopefully I can get my priorities straighter, my time management straighter again with the ADHD treatment and all that. But anyway. The other thing you can do is also to share. Share. And retweet even. If you have a Twitter account where that will apply, where you feel like there will be some benefit to that. We're live Tajigen with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic episode 10, for example. Oh, that rhymed, I just realized. Live Tajigen is the hashtag we use for live, by the way. I mean, you can see it in the upper left corner here on the stream, right? Hashtag live Tajigen. You know, I wish I could keep track of my hashtags. That's also why I haven't been using them as much. I used to be able to keep track so well of them with TweetDeck, but that's not really usable anymore. So I stopped. But yeah. Just retweet that and then bang, right? Great things. But anyway, you can go on a tangent about other things I have to say about that, but alright. What do you think about that? It is a necessary side to the sport. We must make some money, or there would be no circuit. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? I must confess that I haven't had much time to learn about this planet. Talk of Taris has seemed more important. Some of the hunters in Fasa's lodge seem like they would ignore more than I would, but that wouldn't take much. Well, alright. Thank you so much for the information. You were very nice. Goodbye. Racers luck be with you. Oh yeah, and I might see you at the track. Zoris Bafka. And speaking of the track, first let's talk to the track coordinator. Sorry, the track is only for racers that Moda has accepted and signed up. He pays for track upkeep, so it's his choice. Go talk to him and we'll see about setting you up. Okay, we can skip that. Yeah, before we do so, let's save the game. Once again, we deal with a hut. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Who are you? Ah, nobody. What do you want, huh? Handouts? Go dig a mine, fool. Wow, compared to the huts in Taris, he's actually very, very blunt. I'm looking for information. Can you help? Not interested in helping. Only interested in racing. I get enough beggars through here looking for money. That's how I look at you. Just a human. Nothing really special. You race, maybe on a soup. A human. I didn't actually mean to say human, but there we go. No, there's a rough voice I used for the Gamorreans earlier, but like, sometimes I'm able to do that voice without really straining my throat. This voice right here. You might be able to tell, but it does like do a lot of my throat. And I don't know what it is I do sometimes. I need to learn more about this. Voiceover and voice acting, right? I want to learn more about that too. Still need to look more into that when I have the time. What we did earlier this month and last month. No, wait, it was just last month, right? With Val and company. Really great, really great. We need to continue with that. I need to keep looking for opportunities and situations for that. But anyway, I digress. What was I saying? Yeah, the voice I make, sometimes I'm able to make that voice without really straining my throat. But I'm not able to do that right now. So I wanted to do that voice for this hut right here, but yeah, I can't do that. Anyway, I'm gonna say this dialogue for Taris. I can tell what his response is gonna be, but alright. I raced on Taris. I won the season opener there. You and 12 other liars. Planet blows up, race records are lost, and now everyone is a champion.
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Taris. You'll wipe every record from the books this backwater track.
Nice. Okay, enough of the funny stuff. You think you're a racer, you'll be one. You have your own bike? I have my own bike stored on my ship. You got a bike, then you can race. I don't care about experience, so long as you can get out on the track. This will be my rough voice, I guess. And if you crash and burn, that's your problem. Just need warm bodies to pad the roster between the pros. There is the matter of a small track maintenance fee. 100 credits. I mean, the way he's saying it seems so sus. I think we can refer to this HUD as he. Pardon me if I got it wrong. I think they did refer to this HUD as he. But, I mean, it makes sense that we would have to pay a fee to become a racer, right? I could persuade, but no, I'm just gonna pay it, even if he was kind of suspicious about it. Like I don't want to try to persuade either. Right? Partly because I don't want any trouble, and partly because I'm okay with it. Like, I can see what it's about. I don't want to start getting into that rabbit hole, so to speak, because I know I'll be fine if I raise trouble with a hut. Not in an overconfident way, but we'll be fine. But at the same time, yeah. In a way, we still have to lay low, right? We still have to lay low. Because Malak is still looking for us. Like we did on Terrace, we gotta lay low. I'll pay it. Good, that shows you mean business. Now you can use the track for recreational runs, or I can give you an official raise right away. Just ask me when you want to start, and there's some business I need help with, if you're serious about promoting racing. What sort of business do you need help with? Make my money off of signing good racers. Good ones, not great ones. I want them young and stupid. I got one, Nico's Envy. Great potential. Only started racing a year ago and loves it. He lives for it now. Well. What I want is simple. I want Nico to sign a contract with me, and I want you to convince him. I'll pay well. Right, so this is the game you want to play, huh? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a dark side choice to allow Nico to convince Nico to sign the contract with this hut. I do think the moment we prevent him from doing that for light side, which is what we're gonna do, and not just because light side, because, you know, I generally would just do that for him. In a dark side run, yeah, I probably would go for this. In a dark side run, I'm just gonna try to avoid, if I ever do it one day, I'm just gonna avoid having cards with me as much as possible, and have just Canderous and maybe T3 who's never gonna judge that, I think. So that I don't see the judgment of my other companions. I would feel bad. Karth is just gonna be so tormented by me doing that. Canderous, on the other hand, yeah, you go, you show them. You show them you're a bully and you like destroying things and intimidating people. Yeah, I like you, Jedi. Well, am I gonna be a Jedi anymore? Not really. I like you, Dark Jedi. I like you, Sith. In Knights of the Old Republic 2, hopefully this is not a spoiler, but like, I haven't played it yet, but I do know that there's one exclusive companion for each side. If you go for a light side run, there's one companion that you can never get, but you also have a companion that you can never get on the dark side, and vice versa, right? There's a companion, and I know a bit about that companion. It's a very interesting one. If you do a dark side run, there's a companion that you get only by really going for dark side, and you can never get a light side companion. There's a light side companion that you can never get. I don't know the circumstances behind that, but well, we'll find out when we get there. But what was I gonna say about that? But yeah, it makes it feel more rewarding to go for one run. Oh yeah, and also there's other things about it, specifically with a particular character who judges your choices. There are memes about that character's judgment of your choices, but but like I say light side and dark side like it's very black and white. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't too. Especially in KOTOR 2. No rhyme intended, no pun intended there. Like, you can be a very gray character in KOTOR 2, I think. They refined this system even more there. But it's still, there's still like a sort of like explicit choice between light and dark side. Or maybe it's with mods that they make it more gray, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's still an explicit choice in there, enough to have those companions be separate like that. Anyway, why would he listen to me? He doesn't trust me. Actually, none of them do. I'm the promoter. I do it for money. They all just want the glory.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind some of the credits, as opposed to getting it stolen out of their pockets.
You're a soup jog like him. You're new. But if you win enough, he'll respect you. I'm counting on it. And if he doesn't, make him choose correctly. You look like you could scare some sense into him. Let's go back to some basic questions about Nico. What I want is simple. Aren't there other racers? Why him? He'll be great one day, I can tell. There are some pros here, but I'm not looking for experience. I want potential. Besides, he's young. He won't give me trouble like the older riders, or someone like you. Right. I'm not interested in being your enforcer, but I'm just gonna say, I'll see what I can do. To do that is for the best. Now, was there something else? I'm gonna skip the dialogue a little bit, so we can also get going. I want to talk about the rewards for racing. I set up a quick 3-tier system so people know where they stand. I pay for the first time to reach each tier. Okay, then tell me what the different tiers are. Tier 1 here is strictly amateurs. Might get a good race out of them now and then, but they aren't going anywhere. Reach Tier 2 and you show promise. You're still fodder for the pros, but you're pretty good. Tier 3, only one of my local guys in that range, Nico. Good chance to go pro, if he knows what's good for him. What does each tier pay? Tier 1 is 10 racing bonds. Tier 2 I paid 30 racing bonds. Tier 3 I give 80 racing bonds. You'll agree the amount is fair. I pay each level only once. I'm not here to support you. I only pay to encourage constant improvement. Yeah, I think I'll keep the dialogue going. Yeah, it's best if I don't skip it, just in case. In case you also want to read it apart from me reading it out loud. I read it out loud for the benefit of everyone. It's a very unique situation in this game, right? With all the alien dialogue and all that. So I prefer to do it that way. I do still feel it's better. If you do feel differently about it, let me know in the chat or comments. Perhaps I should see how other streamers or other people who've streamed this game do it. Mostly I think I just find people doing a playthrough, a more traditional playthrough, in the sense that it's like a let's play, a pre-recorded let's play and all that. In a way, this is a playthrough. It has the playlist and all that, but as you can see, we have a lot of moments where we yap and all that, as it's still a live stream. What are racing bonds? Racing bonds are monetary notes I issue, so vendors know who my friends are. Any merchant will buy them. Each bond is worth 60 credits, give or take. It depends on the merchant. Decent money? Alright then, I'll be back later. Alright, but don't make me regret giving you track access. I need racers that race. Alright. I'll come back later. I don't want to do soup racing right now since we still need to get acquainted with the rest of Tatooine. I want to get that all set up. And And I could still talk to the others now that I'm officially a racer, even though I haven't done any racing yet. They probably have something to say about that, but we'll just get to that when we come back here. I'll see what balance I can strike between the yapping and the playing. That's what it's like to be a Jedi maniac, you see. What is a Jedi maniac? Well, this is what that is, I guess. There are many more quest lines to do around here, many more things to go for. We still have to get that hunting license. Do we even have enough credits for the hunting license? Because I think we have to pay for it. I might actually need to persuade them to lower the fee. Let's go to the cantina. But that's okay, right? This is the first stream in Tatooine. Hopefully we don't take too many streams with it, because I did notice Taris and all that took me a bit longer than I expected. Again, because of the reasons I've said.
I've enough to worry about with my mining quotas. I don't have time for you.
Very well.
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it. You swoop racers. Do you even know what it takes to run an outpost like this? As long as there's flat ground, what do you care?
Interesting that he tags me as a soup racer right away. Mission looks so great here. Honestly, I think it is a better look for her overall. For who Mission Bayo is, to not be wearing that visor, but it also fits her at the same time, right? No, yeah, it fits her. It fits her. Special Operations Mission. Oh, yes. The one I think who should have a lot of his face covered, or at least part of it covered, is Canderous. Though he looks great without it, but like having a bit of that Mandalorian in there. Without being fully Mandalorian, because I don't remember the reasons. They probably are explained later in the story as to why he doesn't wear the helmet or the armor and all that. Yeah, because here in Legends Continuity, not showing your face at all is still very important to a Mandalorian. But he had other things going on and all that, so yeah. But having him with the visor covering his eyes is great. I just have some questions, don't give me any trouble.
Trouble? Why would I want to make trouble with you? This planet has more than enough as it is.
You're not much of a spokesman for Circa Corporation.
Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will.
Let's go back to my first questions.
All right then, make it quick.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Nobody we've brought, that's for sure. Our expert said this rock was supposed to have mining potential to last for years. Nothing but garbage ore, good for nothing. You ever try to sell someone garbage? My name's Mud in 3 systems now.
Wow. Alright, thank you. I won't bother you anymore.
Good. I have a lack of business to attend to.
Poor fellow, just had a bad time. Their experts say the ore is good. Not so expert, are they? Not so expertful? I don't know if that's a word, but there you go. Not the experts they thought they are on the matter if they didn't realize other people have done this before and the ore was all wonky and really unusable.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. I saw you down near the track, didn't I? Or was that someone else? I've been distracted by what happened on Taris.
Alright, I forgot about this cute little drunkard. Is he as cute as he seems though? But yeah. I was on Modas, yes. Can I ask a question or two?
Sure, not a problem. Might as well try to pass along some of what I know. My racing days are pretty much done.
Then I want to ask about you and racing.
Something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name.
Is this the best place for racing?
Best place to race is wherever the track treats you sweet and your times are golden. It's that simple. You get hung up on any one track and he'll end up like me. My favorite stop was Taris. Taris, yeah. Always look forward to going back. Now, I don't want to touch my bike at all. Maybe I wasn't in the winner's circle lately, but I still race for sport, you know?
I love this guy. I didn't remember that at all. Oh my god, the voice acting is so good. That was perfect. I wonder if, like, when you see the script, does it show as it did for me? If I were just to see vroom vroom like that, well, I'm an amateur at voice acting so far. Not counting VTubing. I like to think I'm not an amateur at that. Certainly not. Certainly not. Nah, I don't like to think. I know I'm not an amateur, but like, let me rephrase it. I feel like I undersold myself there. I'm getting started with voice acting, so I wouldn't be sure how to do it, but it would be like, he even added a little extra flair there. I think it probably looked a bit different on the script. I don't know. What made Taris any different than here?
A woman? Well,
huh?
I never won on Taris, but it was always my first stop on the circuit, and the last if I could help it. That doesn't matter now. You can't ask for more certain closure than the whole planet being gone. Poof, boom, gone.
Poof, boom. There you go. How long did you race?
Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young.
Why do you think that?
It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass.
Well said, yeah. What can you tell me about the other racers then?
I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zara's from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. She's smart, too. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race.
What makes him any different than the others?
I don't know, but some people just have something that lets the bike take them. It's like the air stops pushing back. That's an old track tale.
Nice description.
When the wind decides to stop fighting.
Whoa.
I used to have that. Not anymore.
Poor fellow. It's nice to be humoring him and talking to him. He just seems so sad after not doing what he loves anymore, and like maybe he's lonely, and bless his heart. He comes to drink his problems away, it seems. Alright. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Ask me again in a few years and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. You should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy.
Oh, that was even better. I love this guy. I love the voice acting here. Splendid job. Hello, Jawa. Wow. I would have expected him to say like that, sing it in the dialogue. Whoa, that was a lot of fun. Okay, thank you. You were a lot of fun. Goodbye.
Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Little Jawa. Vroom, vroom. That was so perfect. Yeah. These are the kinds of interactions I live for. If I ever DM, I'm gonna try to have an NPC like that.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Pazak.
Okay, let's talk Pazak.
Very good. Would you care to wager on a game?
I'll play. What is the wager?
Well, since you have never beaten me, we'll make this for a paltry 50 credits. No bargaining now. This is serious. To be fair, I'll use my practice deck as well. I don't want to scare you off, you understand.
Wow, he's so, he comes across so sleazy. But it's like, yeah, let's go.
Very good. Now, don't worry if I beat you too harshly. It is a learning experience.
See, I don't even care if they want to brag about beating me and all that. You brag, whatever. So nice not to even be remotely bothered by it. And it's not like the detachment of, oh yeah, well, this is a game. This is fiction. It's an NPC. No, it's not even that. I always get invested in the story and try to think from an in-universe perspective. While at the same time, of course, I'm playing a game and I'm also live streaming. That's the thing that keeps me the most disconnected, maybe. But at the same time, I connect. That's why we always go so hard on the lore. Whether here on YouTube or on Twitch. And that's why we have these sorts of games. We may have something like Fall Guys a lot. But we also have things such as this. Final Fantasy XIV has been a mainstay of the stream for over 2 years now. And yeah. It's reasons like that. It's nice to be multi-dimensional like that and be in multiple planes, multiple dimensions in that way. I am very much in universe and the character I'm meant to play, while at the same time being here for the stream and all that. Yeah, this is why the few times I've been able to do D&D on a stream, and one of those times is archived here on a playlist, by the way, when I did it with all the VTubers, wonderful Isekai, the Nexus Isekai collab. It was uploaded to one of the other channels. It may have been the DM's channel, or it may have been somebody else's. But yeah, if you take a look at my playlist, it's all right there. We ended up having 4 or 5 sessions total. We planned to do more, but you know, eventually kind of just fell off, as these things can fall off sometimes. But like, we left it at a very conclusive note, finishing off a storyline. Finishing off a campaign? No, it wouldn't be the campaign, but like a storyline, like a chapter, a whole chapter. Yeah. If I recall correctly, it wasn't like leaving it on a cliffhanger. I mean, there was a cliffhanger in that more was meant to happen, and we alluded to that, I think. It's been a while now. I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but yeah. Well, let's risk it. Let's risk it. I could have used one of my cards. 17. I'm gonna have to risk it. He stands at 18. Okay, 26. Perfect. Perfect. With the -6, I can make it be 20. So there we go. I definitely needed to risk it. He's gotta be a strong player. He's gotta be, you know, not just bark. He's gotta be bite as well. So let's see how we do here. Oh, yes. Okay, we gotta flip this one again. We gotta flip a card again, I mean. 20. He didn't play a card. Okay. He still has 4 cards. He's playing the long game here. He'll be using them for sure. Oh, natural 20 though. Speaking of tabletop. A different kind of natural 20 though. Yes, I figured he was gonna have the right card for this occasion. So yeah, we were close, but that's okay. I mean, he had to use... Did he use 2 cards right there? I didn't pay attention, but yeah. Anyway, end turn. I gotta be really careful here. For some reason, it really feels like I could choose the wrong option. I think I would just be able to click on each option if this were mouse and keyboard, but it's not, since I'm playing it on this. Oh, no. Ah, you see what happened? No, when I was saying I would hit the wrong button, I didn't mean that. I put my hand back on the controller and my thumb just like pressed on X. That could have been worse at least, but like, I almost wasted a card right there. I pretty much wasted a card right there. Okay, could be worse, could be worse. Let's flip this one and play it, and we'll stand at 19. No choice about it. Now it's just a matter of wishing luck. Okay, set is tied. He only has 1 card left. We're gonna have to stand here. And... excellent!
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? I mean, I don't want to say that it was beginner's luck, but you should play again to truly get a feel for the game.
A feel for the game? Well, I want to ask you some questions, now that we become familiarized with each other through Pazak.
I'm sure you do, but I won't have answers. I leave other people to their business, and they leave me to mine. Really, you'll have to seek information elsewhere, but if you want some recreation, I've cards ready to play.
Yeah, I kind of said he comes across as sleazy, but I actually like how he speaks. You must have an opinion about what happened on Terrace.
Must I? An opinion would draw attention to myself.
Well said.
The Sith have shown what happens to things that draw their attention.
This is a warning from the game. This is a warning telling you, hey, you should avoid asking too many questions.
All right. But remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
Very nice. 50 credits. I didn't want to bet too much because I don't have a lot of credits right now. But thankfully that was some nice that was a nice win right there. And even 50 credits right now really help. We got 341. Because again, I feel like we're gonna have to pay a fee to get a hunting license from Circa. Why would you bother we of Jawa under ISIS? Yours do not care for ours. Do you miss weed that are taken? No. Weed that are taken? Are some of your people missing? Is this interest? Not from your kind. Though ISIS thinks otherwise. Speak to him if you are acting and pretending.
These Jawas sure aren't the trusting type, are they?
Jawas are tired of giant speak. Might as well slave to the Gaffy. So you trade, but what is that if no help is given? The game still gives you a pause, right? After that. But I'll still keep trying to read it fast. Right, but nothing changes and ours are still lost. ISIS starts to know you will not help and face his hopes. ISIS, is that your leader? Where is he? Isis stands at the walls that hold out the sand. They listen poorly there too. Your kind hide behind bad ears. Jawas are tired of giant speak. Might as well slave to the Gaffy. So you trade, but what is that if no help is given? Yeah, we're definitely gonna help the Jawas. I remember that was a quest line now. I'm remembering more now.
Huh? Who are you then? Only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum.
Yeah, Cantina in Tatooine is gonna have that situation, isn't it? Yeah. And this is Anchorhead. I mean, it's the place that thousands of years in the future Obi-Wan Kenobi calls a wretched hive of scum and villainy. This is how that wretched hive was set up. So Anchorhead was able to survive. So I think Circa does just leave completely, but like eventually other people come back, they settle it, and eventually Tatooine gets more settled. This is not the Tatooine from thousands of years in the future, however, that has farmers all across it. There's a few farmers, I think. I think somebody said, "You don't look like a farmer to me," but... Or was it on Tatooine? But yeah, it's not really at that point yet. But this is not where families live, you know, to you know, an uncle and their aunt and their nephew, right? To make a living, just live a life. No. It's not the place for that yet. Not as far as I know. I want to ask about things here on Tatooine.
What, did some Zerka promoter tell you to come to this planet? I pity you if you were expecting a prosperous mining outpost. Nothing here but sand and more sand. There's a little hunting and racing, but nothing that'll make a small man rich.
Tell me about racing.
I don't deal with any of that. Mata the Hutt has a lock on everything race-related on Tatooine. You deal with him, or you don't race.
Got some questions about hunting too.
Well, there are two kinds of hunting on Tatooine. Hunting raid and hunting people.
Oh?
Both are dangerous, and both have certain restrictions. You'll need a Zerka hunting license, even though most hunters deal with Faza at the lodge once they have their paperwork squared away.
Right, I know Faza's lodge. Where does Zerka Corporation give out the licenses?
They maintain an office west of here in central Anchorhead. That's about all they maintain these days.
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
I suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taris.
Not exactly.
That's all anyone from off-world is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. But war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here.
Know about anything more local?
No.
No, you don't know, or no, you won't tell me?
Just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. Now, if you don't mind...
Do you have anything for sale?
Zerka Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
Yeah, we wanted to check here too. The prices are not different for these med packs, are they? But security spikes, this is the place to get them. Not the time to get them right now though, given what they cost and the amount of credits I have. Bothan Chuka. Very effective device used by the Bothan elite. Some systems consider simple possession of one as grounds for execution as a spy. High density discharge cells make this item unwieldy and unusable in the offhand. Yeah, this is thousands of years before episode 6, but I remember still Mon Mothma talking about Bothans. Many Bothans died to give us this information. Really are all about spying. Which ones were the Bothans? Like, I may know who they were, but yeah. So even like something they made is like considered like an espionage thing. But this is a weapon as well, so yeah. Krath Bloodblade, look at that. Physical, critical threat, balance versus 2 weapon penalty if using the offhand. Okay, yeah. Attack modifier +1. Twisted by the dark side. This Krath weapon is as deadly as a modern vibro blade. It was meant for assassination, and a Cortosis weave that prevents lightsaber sparing damage ensured that even Jedi must respect it. You don't have to be in the dark side though to take advantage of this. We can give it to Salbar. Or even myself or one of the Jedi. Both in quick draw. There's a lot of like bonuses and stuff. 25% chance stun. That's really good actually. An unconscious opponent is a quiet opponent. This weapon is a Bothan favorite designed to create opportunities. Create opportunities. We should try to get this if we can and give it to, well, card, mission. That would be great. Yeah, okay. Mandalorian Blaster. Slightly more powerful version of the basic pistol coming throughout the galaxy. Sonic Pistol. Did we see this one before? I think we did. Sometimes referred to as squealers. These weapons deliver a high-frequency jolt to the senses that can damage and potentially disorient an opponent. Oh, advanced stealth unit. Okay. A better version of what Mission already has. Costly to produce, this unit refines the stealth mode field to better camouflage the user. Opponents must make an awareness check versus user stealth skill +4 or remain unaware of them. The user must have paid points into the stealth skill to use stealth mode. Combat disrupts the field, but mundane tasks do not. Ethorian Patron. Good thing there's nothing on Tatooine to get the attention of the Sith, right? Right. Alright. I like how they turn towards you when you interact with them, but they're not really doing anything. They're not actually turning towards you, but it looks weird. It looks funny. They turn towards you and then... Yeah. They're not really gonna talk to you. They're too busy doing their thing up there. This is such a humble cantina. Isn't it? It's so small. They even have like people there doing entertainment. So small. It surprises me actually now that I think about it. Nothing like the cantina Anchorhead is gonna have later. Runto. I think we can find some wild version of that out there in the dunes and hunt it. Though I think it may give you dark side points. I swear I could recall something you can hunt for dark side points. Like it's a thing that shouldn't even be hunted. Like it's like a completely peaceful, but you get extra money if you hunt it. But then yeah, it's dark side points. Like even some other hunters are like, you didn't need to do that, you know? Droid shop. Something very important is gonna happen here. So let's do this right now. What is this? A customer I don't recognize? Perhaps you bring off-world money to Yukalaka. Yukalaka. What do you have available in your shop? You are lucky to have come at this time. I have one droid ready to go. I just took possession of it. An HK-47. It's a fine protocol translator. I think it's been modified. It claims to understand the Sand People dialect and also has some armor mounts. Combat ready, perhaps? Let me ask a few questions about HK-47. Of course, let me just say that every function I've tested has performed perfectly. Those that I could find anyway. You don't seem to know much about it. The unit has been a little uncooperative. They get that way when they go too long without a memory wipe.
Sounds like you've got a faulty droid on your hands.
You can leave it alone if you find his mannerisms amusing. It might be a little eccentric, but it's stable. Feels like maybe it would be good to get T3 here to see the comments. Why haven't you wiped his memory? I would have, but I can't seem to access any inner circuits. It's definitely built for security and built to last. At any rate, it claims that it doesn't have access to its own memory core anyway. Could be telling the truth, it's hard to say. I'm interested. Let's talk. Wait, what functions have you tested? I haven't examined his program yet, but I have made some observations. He has obvious protocol and translation skills, including Sand People dialects, apparently. Surprisingly, it also handles weapons exceptionally well. I'd even say it's seen combat, but it won't tell. Stubborn thing, it needs to sell itself better. 2 moisture farmers have been in, but it just stood there. So they do have farmers. I guess they're just not that widespread, but there are moisture farmers. How the blazes do people live here under these conditions? It's even worse than it ends up being thousands of years later. What does the HK-47 designation mean? Haven't got a clue. It doesn't match any protocol or utility standard. I assume it's a retired model. I'll tell you to ask the thing yourself, but it's pretty stubborn. Quality construction, though. Where did you get this HK-47? I acquired the droid from a friend that manages an off-world circle warehouse. It was in trade for a debt he owed.
Gee, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Warehouse workers have a bad habit of paying off their debts with other people's property, you know?
He said no one would miss it. Might have been surplus. It doesn't look like it was circa-made, though. I'm interested. Let's talk price. Well, normally I give a discount because I hear you are a soup racer like my brother, but times are hard right now. It's a very solid machine in good shape. I can't let it go for less than 5,000 credits. Alright, I'll consider it. Can't pay that right now. Let's go back to my other questions. What do you have in stock besides droids? Ah, looking for droid soup-like parts, hmm? Well, I may have a few things. Would you like to look at what is in stock? Show me what you have. Very well. There's not much at the moment, but it's better than nothing. Alright. Yeah, this is where you should get these things. Security spike tunneler. This one use item employs anti-encryption. Excuse me. This one use item employs anti-encryption software and electronic interference to improve the user's ability to bypass locking mechanisms on doors and containers. And yeah, platings for droids and all that. Take a look at them another time. Really need to make more credits. And that'll be part of all the quests we do here, including some grinding. Can I talk to you, HK47? I've been looking forward to talking to you.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be...
Actually, hold on. I just saved the game. I wanted to have T3 with me. Cart and Mission both just said a nice comment. I wish I could hear more from them, but at least one of them needs to be replaced with T3 because I get the feeling something is going to come with T3. I genuinely don't remember. But it's an interaction with a droid. I mean, yeah, T3 might have something to say. T3 will say something and then HK47 is going to translate it, I imagine. But, yeah, changing of companions right here. Who's going to get replaced? Karth? Mission might have some amusing things to say, but yeah. Bastila would maybe have something too, but I feel like Mission will have some nice things to say too. Let's try HK.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
You mentioned battle and protocol? Outline your functions.
Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Why are you keeping the information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. I am not dangerous, you bucket of bolts. That is, a restraining bolt is standard procedure to prevent a droid from wandering off, as you should know. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
What would be the best thing to say now? Access to your memory is restricted?
Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive.
How do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you assume that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Doesn't Yuka question you about your reluctance to reveal your functions?
Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid.
Let's go back to my previous questions.
Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere.
I'm not familiar with Sister Corporation. What else do they make?
Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Alright. Alright, I'll see about purchasing you, though it may take a while.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Yukalaka know you talk about him like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
This is why we must have T3 with us. This is why. I knew there would be something valuable there. I get the feeling there will be more dialogue from, like, Cantorus might have said something. Cantorus was the one that led me to T3, but Cantorus would have been great. I should have had Cantorus with me, but I'm not gonna go through all that dialogue right now, exactly. It's not quite gonna work out. I do feel we should try to persuade Yukalaka to lower the price, because 5,000 is quite a bit. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, HK47. I'll be leaving you there for now, though. We need to make more money, one way or another. Even if we lower the price, it's not like it's gonna be lower to 100 credits, you know, or anything that low. So we'll have to see. We still need to get a hunting license. The Circa Corporation place that does that is not around here anywhere. So yeah. That... Oh, let me talk to this person. If I were smart, I'd use these business junkers to just keep going. Get off this rock for good. But yeah, that part and everything else we need to keep doing in Tatooine is going to be for the next stream. Oh, the Twi'lek dialogue was still continuing right there. Okay. I heard you. I heard you. Okay. I heard you. Oh my god, he's still going? Wow, he was going for a while there. I'm glad I ran away from him. I was gonna say walked away. This is more like running away from him. Alright, but yeah. We're actually going to conclude today's stream right here. Today's first stream of the day, today's KOTOR stream right here. And we'll leave it for episode 11 of Knights of the Old Republic for what, you know, we're gonna be doing. For the next part of what we need to do in-game right here. Yes, I think 3.5 hours, which would have been 4 hours without the 30-minute delay, but you know, we needed to do it. I think that's a good time. And we did good things. There we go. Thank you so much, Tajigen, for coming in here today. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like this stream, like the bot of this stream if you're watching on the bot, right? It's always much appreciated. You were all so lovely in the Stardew Valley earlier this week as well. So let's continue having that. We'll have more KOTOR streams. Let's see when we can have it next week. I already have a good idea of some things that may be happening next week that I'm hoping will work out. But yeah, because it's also going to be the start of August, isn't it? The end of July, the start of August. My gosh, time now is flying. I gotta get going with some things I need to do. Again, hopefully the ADHD treatment helps with that. But anyway, that's it for the first half of today. The second half is with good old Fall Guys. Yeah, let's do our best to win today let's really make sure we are there for more crowns. As I said, last Tuesday I played. It's all I played so far. Given how I was able to still make it to level 70 in the last Fame Pass without playing that much off stream last time because they had double fame and I was able to do well enough to get some challenges done and some extra stuff from winning and all that. I feel like I can take my time with this. There's about over 30 days still left on that, and they probably are going to do double fame again. So far, I'm only playing on stream, but I might be able to squeeze something in a future day. I gotta prioritize other things still. But yeah, later today, Fall Guys with viewers, you're welcome to join me. I may even have somebody with me, but it depends on how it goes. I definitely want to have more collabs set up on the second half of Friday, so depending on how things go today, we might have something different for next Friday. There's still something pending that may happen on a Friday, but I haven't inquired much about that. But anyway, thank you so much, Tajigen, for another lovely Knights of the Old Republic stream. I do kind of want to do more, but I gotta leave it at that for today. I mean, 3.5 hours is still plenty, like 4 hours and so. That's still a good time to aim for. The Stardew Valley stream earlier this week, you know, it was over 4 hours as well. It was basically this time frame. And it's great how much we can do with it. Alright? And also, yeah, Shashingo tomorrow, when it comes to the YouTube Dimension, we'll be back for that. Just reviewing things. I don't think there's been a new update that does more. We basically just explored the whole city already. But we'll be reviewing because we'll need that review. A lot of those words I'm not even going to remember. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if we'll have more Shashingo streams after that. We can make it be a trilogy of streams. And yeah, we can make it be that. And of course, F14 with Stormblood PNG tubing on Sunday. Final Fantasy XIV Fun Day. Yeah, it would be good to also feature F14 on the second half of Friday. More than that, I think we need to have a longer stream sooner than later again. It's F14 we're talking about after all. It really needs that. But for now, we'll say farewell right here, alright? Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and I hope to see you also on this rest of your Friday, if it's Friday for you, or Saturday for you, when we come back for Fall Guys later, alright? For now, I say to you all, Tajigen, Otsukai-sama deshita. Mite kurete arigatou. Thank you for watching.